go for round two. He's going to go for the knock. Goes for the roll down. And he's spotted Xavier. Looks for the clip, but he's not going to be able to get it. Jumps out instead, but goes down.
Moving forward, trying to get a better position using the smoke's advantage. Drives straight in.
Out instead, but goes down. Now it's just Portal alive. Poor Soul in a 1v1, but he cannot do it.
Hello everyone and welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Regions semi-finals. This time we are here, the top 24 teams are gonna go head to head. So the teams that qualified from the group stage have been divided into 3 groups, and those groups will play a double round robin format, at the end of which the top 16 teams will make their way towards the final. But I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Varun Super Johnny John. Joining me on the desk, like always, it's gonna be Ocean Sharma.
Yep, the Deadly Duo is back out there forecasting, and today it's gonna be an interesting one because we'll be seeing which teams will be playing and what's gonna happen, and it all starts with the points distribution, guys. You know it, the usual drill out there. First position gives you 20, then it gives you 14, then you have 10 for third, then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 till the 10th position, and after that 11 to 16 it's a single point each, and obviously one kill gives you 1 point, and that 1 point actually makes a lot of difference.
Yeah, that 1 point makes a lot of difference, but this is Pakistan region, and we have seen teams get massive leads for themselves just based off of the number of kills that they have, which in itself is pretty incredible to watch and pretty incredible to see over here.
Yeah, pretty enjoyable as well. So let's just move on to what the matches are going to be today. It's Erangel, Sanhok, Vikendi, and Erangel once again. So you guys know it, 2 Erangels out there, 1 Sanhok and 1 Vikendi. So you know it. The matches that are going to be happening, they're going to be missing one thing, and that's maybe long-range sniper shots or DMRs, because Miramar is off the charts. But then people go for that in Vikendi in itself, just to, you know, complete what is left with them. So that is one thing. And let's just talk about the teams as well, as we're going to be talking, because there might be some big names. There might be some big names that might be having rest, and they might not be playing, as you know it. This is the Group A for you. The new made Group A for semi-finals. Team Aqua is going to be there. Fyme is going to be there. Arkadians, Team HFD, F2D, NortheSports, Team VFxOXY, and 2xOfficial. So Aqua had their final days were really good. And Fyme is obviously a known name. Arkadians have had their good games. NortheSports, they just stepped up. VFxOXY with the chicken dinner behind Pochinki. So these teams have been really good in their gameplays. Moving on to the next group, if we have to see, it's going to be Envy, obviously one of the biggest names that is out there. And DFUZeOfficial, Portal eSports, you guys know, I mean, this name, it does not need an introduction. RNG, H2E, Team TUF, Freestyle, FTFxEsports in the Group B.
Yeah, RNG, Team Envy, and FTFxEsports, the team that on their last day got 3 chicken dinners for themselves, which was pretty amazing to see, because they played a totally different style of PUBG Mobile than we see from the other teams in this region. But once again, let's have a look at the group that's not going to be playing today. It's going to be Group C with LOU Esports, Gaming Up, Team Hellraiser, Team HR, Rogue Nation, Nexus Team, Team Bablu, R3D Esports, and 247 Gaming.
So that's like 1 bad news and 1 good news.
Yeah.
Good news is, alright, what do you want to hear first, bad or good?
I want to hear the bad news first.
Alright, so bad news is that Team Bablu might not be playing today.
Yeah, they are not playing today.
And the good news is, even without them, we are going to be in for action-packed gameplay, because all other teams that are going to be there, they will be looking in forward for starting their early domination. I mean, it's going to be Erangel. We like to see, because Bablu has had a benchmark out there. So there are some teams that we need to look out, as this is head-to-head in Portal and Team Envy, the 2 teams that are going to be playing today. So overall, for now, in the group stages, they have had 57 kills for Portal and 73 for Envy. So starting that's a difference.
Yeah, that is a difference, but look at this. Look at the ratio between damage and healing. 13,944 to 3,810. On the other side, it's like a 50 split. 15,005 damage being given and healing done, it's going to be 7,882. So there is a massive difference in that ratio. But moving on, it's going to be 14 headshots for the side of NV to the side to 7 headshots to the side of Portal, and the points difference was massive as well. But in group stages, all the teams played a 12 game each. This time around in the semifinals, it is going to be 6 days, so every single team is going to be playing 16 games, which in itself is going to be a challenge, because that's going to mean that you need to perform consistently for as long as you can in those 16 games.
Yeah, I mean, it just brings it out for yourself that, you know, how far can you go with the limits if the limits are actually taking you that far. How far can you go to touch that place that just gives you a chicken dinner. You can be a solo person out there in the finals. You can be a duo person. You can be a trio, or even if it's your full squad versus squad match. How far can you push your limits, so that, you know, you end up in the first game chicken dinner, because the first game will be out right in front of us in less than 30 seconds if not wrong. So what are your expectations? Which team do you think is going to be taking the chart for the first game?
I think it has to be Team NV or Portal eSports, two of the strongest teams, and
choose one, because I have to choose the other one.
I'll pick NV.
Alright, I'm picking Portal eSports then, because we don't go hand in hand, but what goes hand in hand is going to be the game, as we are jumping into the first game, ladies and gentlemen, for semi-finals of PMCO Pakistan right now. You can see the plane path. It's starting from Kameshkani to military base. So Yasnaya, I mean, there are teams that go to Yasnaya, Lipovka, Mansion, Prison, Shelter, Milta, Novo, military, all good areas are going to be in the proximity. And if you want to travel slightly farther, you can go to Pochinki School, Rozhok. If you're going to go to the farthest, then obviously Gatka, Zarki, and the name that is infamously famous, Georgopol, it's going to be out there.
Yeah, and TeamvfxOXY already taking an exit as soon as the jump button was available to them. FTF do the same, and FS Freestyle, they put up an amazing performance during their last day of play. So we have to see, are they going to keep up the momentum, or are they going to fall short on the other side? PES, Portal eSports, like always, are going to look to head towards the Lipovka side. But once again, the Stalba-Kameshki split coming out from the side of TeamvfxOXY, and we will have to see where the circle is going to be to see if that is going to work out for this team or not. But NV, in the classic NV fashion, just having the Novo drop for themselves. And I think TUF, they are heading towards the military base area, but they are going to be contested over there, which is going to be interesting. We have to see which other team is going to land to the military base. You can see the colors. Okay, it has 2xOfficial on there.
Yeah, I mean, it's TeamvfxOXY out there, and the circle, it's a military circle, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be an interesting one, because if you see TF Terminator, he is on the southernmost side, and that area, I mean, that area has 6 to 7 houses to loot in distribution, so he can gather, if not good, the decent loot that he wants. And VFX Rage Oxy will be the player that has to travel the longest distance right now to get inside the circle. Obviously, that's going to change, because they'll have to, you know, go for different rotations and all those things. So there might be some teams that would rotate to the other sides, but then I want to see still if there is some team that would go to Georgopol right now, because obviously, as of now, there's no team, but then you can see some players just using vehicle. FTF's Vasim is using a vehicle right now. RNG Sketch is using a vehicle. There's that driving sign on their name. So we'll have to see where they go. And Alian from 2x is taking a fight with TFSOR. So that's going to be something that the first blood can be drawn out here in just an instance. And obviously no team would want that. The other one would want to have the best of the kills. And M4 in the hands, level 2 helmet, would be actually aiming to take the player down, because the other player, I don't think so, has a good gun or has an Uzi or something. Something is out there. But M4 wins the game, and with just 5 HP remaining, they actually take the lead in the first 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah, Thor getting the first kill before we even hit the 3-minute mark in this game of Erangel. And another interesting thing that happened was just because both the teams took an exit towards the military base, neither of them ended in military base. TUF took a more wider approach, landing on the western side of military base area. They have Thor on the city close to the bridge, and Edgar is on the main island. On the other side, Terminator has gone to the southern edge of the military base island, which is interesting. But they forced TeamvfxOXY to go towards the main island rotation for themselves, and over there they are going to have a late landing, so they need to be careful. Teams have already landed. Teams are already going to be rotating towards their favorite location, and if we have the minimap with us, you can see how close Diffuse is to them. But on the other side, another one of the favorite squads coming in. It's going to be Fyme.
Yeah, Fyme, they have their Milta drop, and they just like to, just stay here for a while. And after that, obviously, they like to move in, charge in on the other directions. But then, as of now, the circle will be on them for quite a bit of time. And so they can just, either they can go for bridge blocks if they want to, or they just can rotate early in the military base area and just stay there till the fights happen. Or if the fights don't happen, Fyme Modu, Fyme Khan, Fyme Sneak, and Fyme 7Z. So they are going to be just out there. And obviously, this team, DFUZeOXY, Team VFX, they had a really incredible chicken in their matches of the qualifier stage in Pochinki. They just took it out from the other players. That was PES that they were fighting against, and they just had their chicken dinner. And it was Envy as well. And we would like to understand what it does. And this guy, we have played with this one, right?
Yeah, we have played with this person. He is an amazing guy, and even in game, outside game, a really good person. But we have to see. So I picked Envy, you picked Portal eSports, and we have to see which one of us is gonna win. Because unlike last time, Ocean is gonna be pretty lucky that the Lemons are not involved in this one. So I think he's gonna be pretty happy about that.
The thing is, when it was Pakistan, I always used to I always had a better judgment, if you remember, since the first day. That was South Asia, and the days are over, my friend.
We'll see. Let the finals come around.
Yeah, we'll see about that. But then this was actually a new sport that was happening out there, and Fyme versus FS was what is happening out here. As you can see on Malik, some shots were taken out there, and one play can go down. Yes, they can, as FS Black bites the dust, and Fyme Khan would like to continue the spray and would just like to end them in an easier instance out there.
Yeah, they were heading towards the Novo Bridge and going towards the military island, but the rotation was cut off as the players from the side of Freestyle caught off guard. Black is quite low, and they need to be careful as Fyme Khan, with the Mini 14 in his hand, is looking to dish out even more damage and is looking to knock out some players, pop some meds. But Futuretsu, with that Scarl in his hands, is firing the shots in retaliation, not connecting with any though. The smoke has been popped, the cover is going to be there, the revive is going to come in, and the heal is going to come in as well. And now FS, they are looking to dive in towards the water. Black barely managed to stay alive, not for long. Fyme Khan is just going to knock him out instead. And they are once again going to be sitting at a man disadvantage. So if Fyme actually go in for the charge on this one, they will be fighting with the man disadvantage now. But it is going to be an open charge, so you need to be careful with that.
Sneak does not even have a helmet on, but is popping other players' heads. That's just more than interesting out there. Baba is going to swim right now. Obviously, Black gets a revive, and they would like to pop up a first aid or even the bandages, whatever they have in their capacity. And Baba's helmet was also totally taken out. It was level 1 helmet, so obviously the damage was not if the best. It was kind of catastrophic that just happened on Freestyle. I mean, losing a player in the stages, that's not one thing that you need. And obviously in the first game where you have to set up a benchmark for the other teams to capitalize and cope up on, that kind of just takes the team to a bad positioning as of now, if anything. And let's see how that happens.
Here we'll definitely have to see how that happens, but for now I think something everyone is going to be thinking about is going to be how do Freestyle think they are going to get out of that situation. Talking about situations, Fyme 7Z, he's going to spot the players from the side of FTFxEsports, forcing them to abandon the boat. But 2X, they are going to be in trouble as well. Diffuse, they managed to catch one of the players off guard. The knock is going to be there on Virus, and I think he is definitely going to be finished off in a couple of seconds, or they can actually try and bait him out on this one, but I don't think that's going to happen because this player was isolated. Even his teammates are going to know that he is pretty much a dead man. So no revives are going to come his way. No teammates are going to come his way. Out in the open, Virus is going to slowly die a painful death now.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be like one of the things. As you can see, the clock was ticking, and 2X, I mean, previously they had the initial fight, the one that they lost out there, and now it's Virus that is actually out in this one. So it's kind of a difficult scenario for them. We'll have to see how can they cope up with it. So let's just kind of see what happens with the team right now. I mean, Diffuse looks like a good team. They have learned a lot, and they will obviously will be trying to show it this time. Let's see if they just come up to the expectations of their fans.
Yeah, we have to see if they can stand on the expectation of their fans. TeamvfxOXY, Alian was taken down. The first man to go down in this game, in fact. But now, Virus is going to be taken down. So TeamvfxOXY, they are going to be in a lot of trouble, as now they have to play the entire game with just 2 people in the entire squad alive. And over in the minimap, I think you guys had a look. HFD, they are in the blue zone, still getting out of the Georgia Pole area. Aqua are rotating from the Yasna Poliana side as well. And FTFxEsports took the northernmost part of the map, so a long rotation for them as well. But once again, a cluster of team has formed towards the western side of the military base island, and on the other side, a lot of teams starting to rotate from the Novo Bridge as well. So that in itself is going to be a big challenge. But once again, on our screens, Envy up against the players from the side of F2D-eSports. And that entire situation is happening in the Novo city. The city that's the compounds that are there outside the containers. But Psych is going to manage to catch Umair off guard, and the instant knock and finish is going to come in. But still, a lot of players from the side remaining. Psych needs to be careful. His teammates are there for the cover. I think the vehicle sounds have been heard, and F2D-eSports, they are going to be in trouble if Envy actually charges in on them with the man disadvantage on F2D's side. Can they fight this one out, or are they just going to get away, disengage, and run to a safer location? I think they are looking to run to the safer location, which for now, it's going to be in the military base close to the C building, because no one is present there. No one, not a single soul.
Yeah, I mean, not a single soul will be out there. And so the things are changing as the circle will be going in. The second circle is going to hit out around 15 seconds mark. And that's going to change a lot for the teams. I mean, you see right now, the teams would like to rotate in, and from the northern side, I mean, FTF as you know is still a lot outside the circle right now, and they'll have to get in as soon as they can. So this is one of the things that just happens which changes everything. And Arkadians, Fazan, he has spotted Ronnie and he has knocked him down. But the thing is, the revivals might be coming in anytime sooner, because the smoke has been fogged up, and Insane was spotted as well. Insane with just 40 HP is trying to find Tala from the other side as well, as he takes Insane down in an amazing 200-meter spray. Out there, Tala drops another one. How is this guy doing it, as Diffuse is down with 3 players, 1 final player remaining? Can that 1 final player do anything for the game, for the team, if anything, or... I know this might be the end game for Diffuse already, as 3 players are bleeding out. The clock is ticking on all those 3 players. 1 bites dust right now, 2 more bleeding, and it will be 1 final player remaining after this one.
Yeah, it might just be 1 final player remaining, and but we have seen situations wherein it's just the one guy who actually ends up making the difference, as Arkadians go on to finish the players that they knocked out, and Sahir is the only man left standing right now in the blue zone, taking a lot of damage from it. The boosts are gonna come in to keep him pretty healthy, to keep him as healthy as he can be, but still getting out of this ferry pier area is definitely gonna be a challenge for him, because as he goes slowly and moves towards the military bridge area, which is going to be the closest to him, he is going to come in contact with a lot of squads who are going to look to get every single kill that they can. Talking about getting kills, TeamvfxOXY right now did get a pick off for themselves, but this another thing is going to be an interesting situation. Pes is there on the high ground. Khan is going to drop down 1. Khan is going to finish Teen Wolf from the side of TeamvfxOXY. Rage, he is under the ridge. Blade is trying to go for a rotation, trying to find a flank up against this team of Portal Esports, but it was just one man who actually created a lot of trouble. There is another squad present on the downslope of this hill, but for that, that squad can actually plan out a third party for them. But now Rage is rotating towards the side of Reaper, and it is the members of the side of TeamvfxOXY who are present over there. And once again, an airdrop coming in with the AUG, the suppressor for the snipers, the military level vest, helmet, and the backpack. And as I was talking about this fight, the members from the side of 2X are present, but TeamvfxOXY, the players rotated in that direction as well. So that is going to be an interesting situation. And HFD Coronas, he is in a really weird spot. There are players present inside the blue zone, but he still has to decide as to how he wants to take this fight, because his teammate is there as well and he is going to be challenged upon. Oh, Rams, he's just standing there. Does he have any heals? He needs to heal up, and Basim is coming in from the blue zone as well. So these two players from FTF, they are going to be in so much trouble now.
Yeah, and Wasim is just out there, and 2 more bullets can actually just take Wasim down. Murtaza, he can just, barge in. FTF Ram was actually knocked out, and the revival could not come in at that moment. You cannot revive. And look at this. Look at the circle. Look at the circle just moving. The circle is running away right now from Wasim, and so are the chances of FTF's chicken dinner with that, because if this just goes down, FTF is going to bite the dust. And look at that, DFUZeOXY, and another solo player out there. So 2 solo players. DFUZeOXY is also just surviving alone. TeamvfxOXY just trying to spot the players and just take them down if they can. Terminator as well, trying to spot RNG's players. Aladdin, as you could see, the name on that screen was out there. And okay, it's a good strategy. You can smoke that area, and after that you can use that US. But for how long can you go? DFUZeOfficial becomes the first team to get eliminated. FTF might join sometime soon. PlayZone takes on H2E's Dread, and so now the players will have to, the ones that are using US, they'll have to come through this area, and obviously there will be players already out in this area just trying to gatekeep, or if not anything, just trying to stay in this particular area, and they'll be fully boosted. They'll be using first aids and all those things. Murtaza is still outside. He still needs to go. He's using this US, but can he reach there in time? Or will H2E? Imagine if H2E is staying there, because there's no other way that you can use this US.
Definitely, there is no other way. But if you see on the minimap, the team of FTF and H2D, they are still present. Basim actually gets a vehicle for himself. He is coming in slowly and steadily, but can he survive this one? H2E, they are about to make their way in towards the play zone. And talking about the play zone, the circle made a drastic shift the last time, shifting all the way towards the extreme south area of the military base. Where is it gonna go now? NortheSports on the other side. You see them coming in from the Novo area. That's because quite recently, I mean like almost a minute ago, they just got into the military island through the Novo bridge. So they have been there, out there, so for quite a long time. Talking about being out there, TeamvfxOXY trying to catch the players from the side of Aqua off guard, but missing every single shot that he took. Now RNG, they are going to start taking damage from the blue zone as well, as now once again the zone fight coming in. The nade is going to get knocked. Old boy is going to go down. Failure is going to be taken down by the blue zone. GamerX, he's still standing for his team, and Red is there as well. Can they take this fight? Can they come out on top? Old boy, he is going to be taken down. But on the other side, Arkadians are going to lose Leon as Fyme goes in on the action. But Venom cooking up another grenade. If this one actually connects, it is going to put Gamer in a lot of trouble. But that is not going to happen. H2E do lose 2 players. Failure was knocked out by the play zone, and now he's going to be finished. And in the meanwhile, FTF, they are going to exit this game entirely. Fyme going up against the Arkadians. Faison is going to be taken down as 7Z and the lads are just not stopping with the aggression. Tala, he's quite in the distance, but the M16 is dishing out a lot of damage. Drops him down to around 10 health. And here RNG charging in on Dread and GamerX. Venom is going to be dropped, but coming back to the fight, Fyme charging in on the player from Arkadians. The knock was there. The finish is going to be there as well, and there is going to be just one guy in front of him. Can he take that one? In the meanwhile, RNG are just not going to let H2E survive.
Now Circle is going to be giving fight. Look at that. 7Z was so solo as Tala was trying to ditch the damage on him as well. Fyme Khan was on the other side, and PS Khan on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, just trying to do the damage as well for themselves. If they can just hit a single bullet, that would be a lot. That would count a lot, if anything, in the damage section, the damage department for the teams right now. They have a K9, they have AKMs for themselves. A scope was open in the right direction, but it was not supposed to hit anyone out there. There was a ridge, a stone out there for the players to just stay in. And Dread wants to just move in. He will be jumping in the water area right now just so that he can just stay in, away from the fight right now. Team RNG gets eliminated as Fyme was actually just going incredible. Was going really incredible as Aladdin was the last person to go down out there, and TUF was also gatekeeping the water area from the other side. As you can see, TUF on the screens just trying to see if there's an opening against H2E's Dread, because they were fighting Dread, and now Dread is inside the water areas right now. But 2x Moth takes down 1, will be taken down as the 3x was not giving up the enough information. Now needs a revive, and if gets a revive, would like to just get up and would like to just shoot once again. But the thing is, team number 12, that is TUF, is outside the circle. Not right now, but they're outside the white circle as well. And when the circle comes, it's going to be something. NVFs would be out there, and I think they've gotten the revive on them. And Team Aqua gets eliminated on the 12th position. And the team did really good in their qualifiers, and they got eliminated in the 12th. That's something.
Yeah, they stepped up their performance during the last few days of the qualifiers, but today they are just not looking the same. What is going on with them? But once again, talking about things changing a lot, one thing that's not going to change is going to be the fight that's happening between Arkadians and Fyme. Who is going to go out first, as Fyme have to knock down. Arkadians have already lost one, but still Arkadians stand with a man advantage. 3 versus 2 situation for now, unless Fyme can actually get a revive for themselves. But now TUF have cornered the last surviving player for the side of TeamvfxOXY, and if Sajid is taken out of there, or out over there, he is going to be, basically his team is going to be eliminated at the 11th position. So fighting the blue zone right now, need to be really careful and really patient. One misstep is going to result in TeamvfxOXY being eliminated in this game of Erangel. But another thing that's going to be reason for teams being eliminated, it's going to be Bullet. 2x is going to go down, but VFXOXY right now fighting FTFxEsports. But Portal is going to chime in from the other direction. Fyme, they are losing players left and right, as Khan is going to be knocked out as well, and the team is not going to be happy about it. Envy is going to go in on VFXOXY now, as the players are going to be third-partied from every single direction. So since this is going to be an open fight, once again, like always, the teams are going to... basically, there are going to be a lot of parties happening, and it's going to be complete chaos now, as we saw earlier in another region.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. That's going to be one of the things. Portal Esports is outside the circle right now, and this circle is a crucial, and this is a 5th circle. The damage is going to be a lot catastrophic, and the grenade was really close to FTFxEsports, but still is surviving. Fyme gets eliminated on 10th position in an upset of events. That's something that just happened out there, and we have 9 teams remaining. We are down to a single-digit teams remaining. VFXOXY gets finished by Envy's Absaw. If his Baba takes on PES Khan out there, so big names just going down out there, and NES Sensei takes on FS Baba as well. So fights are happening each and every area, and TUF Edgar, the guy who just jumped into the water, is still inside the water area right now. Envy did shot out there with his mini 14 and a 6 times, is trying to spot the players. He has his crosshair in the right directions. It's not actually going to shoot right now, and H2E gets eliminated. And look at this, TUF Thor and other players of TUF, they are being contested inside the water area, and this is going to be looking really bad. 47 takes down one, but will be taken down from the other side, and that is going to be the end of FTFxEsports on the 8th position. And FS Malik also goes down, and the shots are on him. The SLR doing the damage, doing the work, as Envy's side just moves in forward. We are down to 7 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. 19 players surviving out of all of the sudden. NES Sensei takes on FS's players, and that will be the end of freestyle as well. 6 teams remaining. 18 players surviving. VFXOXY with a single player. TUF with 2 players out there. NortheSports with 2 players. One need the revive out there. So Portal Esports and Team Envy, both the teams are surviving till the end. Arkadians as well. The teams that have had a more than amazing performance for themselves in the qualifier rounds. They are, and look at this, one shot. Sensei goes down by Envy. Dead shots, mini 14. And the kill is still Envy's, as Envy Absaw changes everything for them. And PES Khan once again just trying to look out for the players, because bold actions, one shot, it all counts.
Yeah, one shot is all that matters over here. But now, we still have to see which team is going to get the chicken dinner, as Envy is still standing. 10 kills on the team right now. And Portal Esports is there with all 4 players, 2 kills on them for now. Arkadians with 4, Arkadians with 3, TUF with 3. But PES, Wolverine is going to be taken down by NortheSports, and that is just going to be trouble for the team. On the other side, VFX, they are going on TUF. Thor has been taken down, but can he be finished off as well? Envy, dead shot, still focused on the player from VFXOXY, and Blade is going to be taken down. That's going to be Team VFXOXY being eliminated from this game. Dead shot is a dead shot with that mini 14 in his hands, and now his next target is going to be the squad of Arkadians. Can they survive this onslaught from this beast, as Ash is going to be knocked down, and Absa is focused over there, Light is focused over there. So it's just 3 players from the side of Envy shooting at the players of Arkadian who basically have nowhere to go apart from the smokes. But PS Khan takes a lot of damage as the players from the side of TUF are going to be quite close, but they still come out on top. But Deadshot is going to get another one, and now Khan, he is out in the open. Is he going to be finished off as well? And I think the answer is yes, as Portal eSports are going to be eliminated from this game. NortheSports take an exit from this game, down to the top 2 teams. 6 players alive, 4 versus 2 situation, and Arkadians are still in it. But Envy, they have the man advantage. Psych takes a lot of damage, drops down to 50% health, but in return, Thala, he is going to be dropped down to 30%, and one guy has been knocked down. Leon is down. Thala is the only man left standing. Envy, they can go in for a rush right now, but still paying a lot of respect to the enemy team and still holding back.
Envy has 14 kills. They want to make it 16. Look at that. One player is going for a rightwards rotation, still inside the circle. They have the circle advantage. They have people advantage. Light is going to shine up the light as one player has been taken down. And Thala goes down as well. And Envy, those 16 glorious kills are going to give them a chicken dinner, obviously. And maybe it's their sign to show us that they're going to be winning all the 16 games.
Well, I guess so, because their performance towards the end of the group stages was pretty incredible. I mean, it was incredible from the get-go, but in the first game of today, it was a domination up against every single other team. And take into account the fact that okay, so one thing might have actually helped them out, that they landed in Novo and the circle was on the military base, so the rotation was not that big. But with that, let's have a look at the MVP for the game and see who it is, because I know this man had 7 kills, dead shots, 1164 damage, and 6 kilometers was the distance traveled.
Right, so here's a story about Deadshot. 2 days back, did we play with him?
Yeah, 2 days ago.
So he sent me a friend request, and I added him to the lobby. Me and Varun were sitting out there in the lobby, and this guy, he's a student.
Yeah, he's a student. He's in 9th grade.
He's in 9th grade, and with such a calm and composure is what he plays the game with. Like, he was just... there was a time we were in Georgiapol, and he just tried...
Both of us died.
Yeah, and he wiped up a squad. That was in a calm and composure. Obviously, he is a better player than us.
Yeah.
We are just like analysts, and we are analysts and casters out there.
Yeah.
These guys know the game, what's gonna happen out there when you have to just change everything. Your quick decision moments, that's what he has, and he just proved it once again, because he was playing that game as well in such a composure, and I'm sure that he became MVP in this one because of that composure only. That's the one thing that is just, making them and him move forward. So with that one player in mind, let's just have a look at the top 5 players as well, because there are gonna be MV out in this one. Yes, obviously. It is out there.
I think the one man I think everyone is gonna be missing is gonna be Absol. Yeah, because even Absol is a beast. Everyone in this entire squad is a beast in himself. But talking about top 5 players from the game, Deadshot, first position, 7 kills, 1100 damage. Psych on the second, 5 kills, 434 damage. PS Khan, Portal eSports, third position, 4 kills, 555 damage. VFX Blade is going to be 4th with 3 kills and 688 damage. And TUF Edgar is going to be 5th with 3 kills, 628 damage.
Yeah, and after this, obviously, see, Envy is going to have a really big jump. Not the jump, the first jump start that they're going to have is going to be a really big one. But the thing is, with one chicken dinner comes a responsibility. Not just with one chicken dinner, with a 16-kill chicken dinner comes a responsibility that you need to, maintain the same thing in the upcoming matches. Like, we're going to have Sanhok, we're going to have Vikendi, we're going to have Erangel once again. So those things are going to be counting. But then there are some teams that did not do good. So let's have a look at the result card for this particular match. Where is each and every team? As you can see, Team Envy is out there with 36 and dropping to like 50% of their total points is Arkadians, like on the dot 18. Portal eSports was on 3rd. On 13, Team TUF on 4th. NortheSports on 5th. TeamvfxOXY on 6th. Freestyle on 7th. And Team H2E was out there on the 8th position.
Yeah, it is a massive drop straight from the first, and compare the first to the 8. The drop is definitely going to get bigger. But let's move on to the next set of teams and see how they are doing, because FTD eSports on the 9th, 5 points. Team HFD on the 10th with 4 points. RNG on the 11th with 3 points. Fyme is going to be on the 12th with 3 points. DFUZeOfficial on the 13th with 2 points. PMCO on the 14th. Team Aqua on the 15th. And FTFxEsports on the 16th position.
Yeah, as of now, these were the top 16. Obviously, the 16 that played, and 2x, Aqua, and F2F. They had 0 kills for themselves. Obviously, would like to, they would like to come back off the 0 kill mark, and they might step up in the game. But I mean, this Erangel was quite good for us as well, because the circle shift towards to the southern area all of a sudden. So I'll be expecting much more from these teams, to be honest, in the upcoming matches.
Definitely, the map, the circle basically forced the teams to be a lot more aggressive and a lot more proactive with their playmaking. But are things gonna be the same on Sanhok, or is everything gonna change once again? We'll find out once we come back from a short break. So you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Region Semi-Finals. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, and it is now time to head into game number 2, which is going to be played on Sanhok.
Yeah, the map in which the snakes and all those things, they just come into the equation. And if it's not that thing, the best part about Sanhok is 3 islands, but then it is played in 2 islands, because one island's Camp Alpha, nobody kind of likes to go there, and obviously boot camp areas can be charged easily. Paradise resorts, if the circle is kind of in those areas or in the vicinity of those areas, they can be charged really easily, and that's just one of the things that just it just makes a different vibe for Sanhok in overall, if anything we have to say about that map.
Yeah, it just changes the vibe of the map and changes the way you look at it. And as Ocean said, the snakes are definitely going to be there, and those snakes don't bite, they shoot you in the face. Yeah,
exactly. Like that's not even bad, that's terrible for the person who gets shot at. We were talking about this earlier as well. I had an Instagram story a few days back. If you guys know me, if you'll be you might have heard about that Instagram story. So our social handles is down below. I'll post the same story, and my Snapchat is Ocean__ Sharma. There's an underscore between Ocean and Sharma. Alright, enough of self-promotion. Alright, so after that, so the story was, imagine, like, the worst thing in the game is, in the map of Sanhok, you get shot by a VSS by a guy who is wearing ghillie suit. Imagine ghillie suit in Sanhok, snaking and VSS. VSS, you'll never know where the shot actually came from.
Yeah, and the distance advantage is definitely going to be there for the person as well, and it can cause a lot of trouble. And ignore the VSS, this ghillie suit alone can cause a lot of trouble in Sanhok just because of how the map has been designed. But for now, let's have a look at the top 5 damage dealers from the last game. Envy Deadshot, he is going to be first with 1164 damage. On the second position, it's going to be TeamvfxOXY's Blade with 688. So massive drop is there from the first to the second. Then on the third, it's going to be Edgar from TUF. And we said we were missing Absa, but Absa is going to be there on the fourth with 563 damage. And fifth position being taken by Portal eSports Khan.
Yeah, as of now, these are the top 5 players, the top 5 damage dealers, if you might. And the drop that you said, 1164 to 688, that's a drastic drop. I mean, each and every player, they don't know what the other one's number is out there. So all they just go, they just charge, and they just try to go for the fights that are supposed to be happening out there and all those things. They just try to bring out kills for their teammates and all those things. And sometimes kills get stolen. But damage is one thing that can never get stolen from you, right? You will be doing your own damage. Someone else will be doing their own damage. It's like you can knock someone and someone can take your kill. But then damage is everyone's personal identity out there. So these are the top 5 players out there. But then talking about Sanhok, obviously it's going to bring out some new mechanics, starting from the zone, the first zone, the plane pass, and all those things that we'll be talking about in I don't know, less than 10 seconds or something. But all that is gonna be out there. And yes, let's just actually, you know what? Let's just dive into the game, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado.
It was less than 10 seconds.
We don't want to wait about it. So the plane path you can see from Kampong to Camp Alpha, and sir, please do the honors.
Okay, Kampong to Camp Alpha, but no one's gonna go to Camp Alpha if our predictions are correct, or maybe the caster's curse will kick in. The teams heard us and they're like, hey, we'll just head there instead.
Camp Alpha it is.
Yeah, boot camp is going to be available, Paradise Resort, Fyme, and the map being really small, the trajectory being right down the middle. So that is going to basically open up the entire map. And am I seeing this correctly? Our HFD heading towards Camp Charlie, because even that is one of the underappreciated locations in this game. And DFUZeOfficial, they are going towards Camp Alpha. Look at this. On the other side, Aqua, all like always, are heading towards the Hearthen area for themselves. VFXOXY have gone for a really weird split. 2 players in boot camp, 2 players on the Camp Alpha Island. That can be risky. FTFxEsports are going for a split as well. And what a circle. Like, what is going on?
If no one goes to Camp Alpha, the circle will this time. And that is one thing that just happened. I mean, Envy is going to be really good with their rotations for that area, as they are in the ruins area right now. And that's inside the circle. F2D has had a 2-2 split for themselves. HFD, they did not go to Camp Charlie. In fact, they just went to cave area, and they're going to be looting that area. And RNG is out there in Cow alongside Fyme, not properly alongside Fyme, but like really close to Fyme. If anything, they were out in their areas. So we'll have to see like how they go with their fights. Like Fyme, they are in the circle. RNG has to get in the circle. They might gatekeep their entrances. FTF as well is on third. And I think FTF's players, there were some shots being given from FTF's side for some reason. Arkadians versus PES. Big Goliaths are going to fight in Paradise Island, Paradise Resort. And that's also a big name. See, Paradise, it's known for early fights and early rotations. And rotations is being done by Arkadians players, as Leon is just backing off right now, as all the players have already done. So far, no player has taken any sort of damage or anything as of now.
Yeah, we have seen this situation previously as well. This is a deja vu scenario wherein, if you remember, when PES and Arkadians collided in Paradise Resort, Arkadians actually ended up losing a lot of players on their side. They lost 2 players. Leon was one of the people who went down first, and PES actually just came out on top with the loss of just 1 player. And if my memory serves me right, there was another team. I think it was GH who were waiting for the third party on these guys. So that was one of the situations that was there. But now Arkadians have learned their lesson from the group stages. Do not want to lose crucial points in this game. So they just back off in this one. And as we did talk about a strategy, a common strategy during the group stage as well, you need to make sure that you're safe and prioritize your location in the first 4 circles. And after that is when you actually start to prioritize fights and start to look to get some kills for yourself. Because before that, if you go down, or even if one of your players go down, that is going to be a disadvantage for you, a massive disadvantage for the later stages when things actually get really aggressive.
It's all about how you can tackle the situations. Supposedly your player might go down in the early stages. You need to go for the cover fires at that time. So those cover fires should come. And look at this. I think FS might be in a bit of trouble as Malik is out there on this bike or anything. And I think Malik's going to go down. Surprisingly similar to the previous game, Malik was down on a vehicle, and in this one as well, Malik was taken down on a vehicle. Next time, let's just go on the foot for once. And Sire also got some shots, but that is from NortheSports. So third party might have happened out there, but I think they just gave their location quickly, and DFUZe is going to be safe as of now. But then let's see if they make a mistake and NES gets to capitalize on it. As the Sire goes down, just as I said, as out here, M16s and M4s are coming in. They are kicking in, and the movement's going to start. The movement's going to start to actually confirm the kill. So this is the thing that I want to talk about. Yeah. You can get knocked in the early stages, but all that matters is how fast are your teammates in giving you a cover fire. Right now, as you can see, one more player, Ronnie, can also go down, just barely surviving, barely missing those final shots. Otherwise, it could have been the end game. Erangel goes down the other side by FS Black. FS lost 1 player, but then they are still in the fights.
Yeah, but with the M16 in hand, NortheSports Sensi is charging towards the players of DFUZe. He has his teammate there behind him for cover, but can he take advantage of the fact that they did get 1 knock? They dished out a lot of damage on Ronnie, and that is going to result in Ronnie being knocked out next. DFUZe, they are going to be in a lot of trouble as Sahir is going to be back up, but on the other side, Insane from DFUZe is going to be taken down by Sensi. Sensi is playing this in an amazing manner. Now, a 4 versus 4 situation has been turned into a 2 versus 4 situation. Can the squad of NortheSports, can they get the finishes, or is DFUZe going to be able to help their teammates, as one of the guys, Insane, was finished off, and another one from the side of DFUZe is going to be taken down. No, it was DFUZe Sahir who actually got a knock from the side of NortheSports, but Sahir is going to be taken down. Bisma, the only person left standing, is going to run away, is going to try and run away, but takes a lot of damage from that M4 of NortheSports Snow, and the Ridge is gonna come to the aid of Bisma and allowing the person to run away in the far off distance. But Snow is gonna go for the chase, is gonna try and see if he can spot out the player, catch a glimpse of them, and finish off what he started. They want to finish off this entire squad of DFUZe in the early game stages, and we haven't even reached the 5-minute mark yet. And yes, as I say that, Bisma is gonna be finished off by Snow, and DFUZe is gonna be the first team eliminated.
DFUZe was the one that got the first blood out in this one, but then they got the first team to be eliminated. They became the first team to be eliminated. That's quite unfortunate out for the team, and that is going to be looking really, really bad. FS Baba also goes down as Fyme Modu was out there, and Fyme coming into the equation. They just wiped another squad out there. So 2 squads have been taken on. FTF goes down out in this one as 2X is trying to take up the fight with FTF right now. Rams is also out there. Charlie goes down as well as Virus just comes in. Rams has a really good smoke right in front of them, but then can they give up a revive right now as FTF with 2 players? Aqua is charging in from behind. FTF Charlie has been taken out. So FTF is in a sandwich situation. Rams also goes down. But then Faddy comes in. Look at that. 1 HP. The damage has been dealt. The damage has been done. Hamza and Faddy just moving in forward. 1 HP on Lala. Can they just take him out? No. FTFxEsports gets eliminated on the 14th in this one with 2 kills. So that was something that happened out there. Aqua with 2 players surviving and 2X on the other side. That was a sandwich situation. Otherwise, they might have clutched the game.
They might have clutched the entire situation, but being in a bad spot, FTF not gonna be in this game anymore. And Aqua, as you said, Aqua play with just a 3-man lineup. So 3-man lineup, games are pretty hard. 2-man lineup, games are even harder. So they have to be careful on how they proceed in this one. As Fandy is going to spot one of the players from the side of TeamvfxOXY, and Virus takes a lot of damage. The knock is going to come in, but in return, Sajid is going to be like, what did you just do to my teammate? Fandy is going to be taken down, and Hamza is going to pop up the smoke to try and come in for the revive. But look in the distance, Virus, he is back on his feet now.
Yeah, as of now, they'll be obviously the thing is that they'll be taking up a fight against 2X, and 2X is a really good team right now in the gunpowder, as they have good stuff for themselves. I'm talking about good stuff. Hamza has a level 3 helmet, level 3 vest, level 3 backpack, so he is good with the level 3 loot for himself. Has 3 first aids, 5 bandages, 6 painkillers, and 4 energy drinks. So he has had a really good share of loot for himself right now, and this will be useful if they are stuck outside the circle or something, if the situations just don't go their way. And talk about the outside circle, we are 830 seconds into the game, ladies and gentlemen. The circle has shifted quite a while right now, by now the first circle as we would like to call it, and obviously the circle shift is gonna keep on increasing. Look at this one thing, Mod does not have any healing except for 1 painkiller. That is all that Mod has.
So he needs to be careful as to how he uses the M24 for his advantage, as shots were traded, but neither of the players actually took some damage. It's going to be Moth versus Fandy. M24 versus the Car 98. Which is going to come out on top? I think that question is definitely going to be answered with this duel between these 2 snipers. But Hamza is running on top of that cliff of the small ridge, and he needs to be careful while doing that, because if he gets shot at, he's going to be knocked out in the bad position. Now going from the flank against the players from the side of TeamvfxOXY, and Hamza is actually charging in. He could be in trouble, but he is waiting for his teammates, so that is going to give them a disadvantage, put them in an advantage when they come into contact. But they need to be careful as well, because TeamvfxOXY, the players are spread out. The 3 players from this squad are spread out. So Aqua, they can be collapsed upon. They can be sandwiched by a 2-1 situation from these sides. But for that, 2X, even they need to play this one perfectly, as they have spotted the players from the side of Aqua. Hamza has taken a lot of damage, dropped down to 70% health. Virus, he is coming in from behind, slowly and steadily. Can Moth, he spotted the players from the side of Aqua, and can he make the M24 work? Sajid is coming in through those huts. He is closing the distance little by little, but right on the other side of the ridge from 2X is going to be Aqua, and Hamza is charging in towards Virus. Will he come in contact? And yes, he does. The drop shot is going to come in, but it's not going to connect. Not a single bullet connects with Virus from the side of TeamvfxOXY, and now it's going to be Fandy, the only man left standing. He's going to be finished off. Virus just takes 25% damage and kills off the remaining 2 players from the side of TeamvfxOXY, earning his team 3 kills.
That was impressive by this player out there, Virus. I mean, not taking the damage, but giving the damage. You know, we talk about healing stuff and all those things. This is where it's really crucial. In NESM on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, just going through the water areas in that mini boat or something, if you'd like to call it. PES Khan goes down. On the other hand, VFX TeamvfxOXY just taking up a fight with them. So Fyme and Arkadians are really close in this one as well. And on the other hand, VFX and PES are really close to each other. So we'll have to see what does come out of all these fights, if the fights will be happening on the either side or on the one side. Nocto was spotted out in that one, but no shots were taken. Wolverine still trying to take and find players out there if they can. So it's gonna be both sides. I mean, PES has ridges for themselves, but then when they have to move, they have to come out in the open. VFX has houses for themselves. When they have to, if they'll have to move, if the circle is not gonna favor them, they'll have to come out in the open. So it just works both ways. We'll have to see where the circle shifts to which player's side, which team's side, and how are they gonna capitalize on that one. But talking about all those things so far, this is the second circle is going to come in less than 10 seconds to be precise right now. So 12-minute mark is when the second circle is going to be starting. And F2D has a really good area. They have the beach-ish area. And this was an incredible M24 shot by F2D Mafia that he just gave to H2E's Gamer X. Now the second player has been spotted out there, but no shots are being given out there. So the snipers being used out in this one, in this map of Sanhok is a really good thing. But look at this. F2D's Umair. He is swimming right now, and no one has that idea. If he swims and reaches on the back end, it can be really catastrophic for H2D, because F2D are taking fights with H2E, and H2E is looking really bad in a bad situation right now. As you can see, Old Boy really close to 47 right now. 47 is just moving in, and Old Boy can spot him. He has spotted him. He has his crosshair on him, then just takes him down easily. H2E is back in the fight right now. H2E, the team that was being suppressed on one side, now they are the ones that are suppressing, as the knock has been confirmed. So the AKM and M4, a deadly combination, deadly AR combination is coming in from Old Boy as he takes down one.
Yeah, Old Boy. Who needs a scope when the iron side is going to be enough? But I think they have an idea of where Umair is, because Dread has positioned himself perfectly to spot the players while he's in rotation. Umair once again jumps down in the water. If he gets spotted, he's going to be in trouble. As F2D eSports, they are going to be wiped out. But Dread cooking up that nade. Did he just cancel the nade? No, he actually threw that one. Now, F2D eSports have lost one player. Just 3 more remaining. So now the team is going to go passive. But talking about things going passive, one thing that is going to help you go more aggressive and less passive, it's going to be the AUG from the third airdrop, along with the tagged stock that is in there, and the level 3 armor, the level 3 helmet, and the backpack as well. On the other side, Ocean, another interesting thing. I think today is going to be this the day of the islands, as the first map, Military Island, was the final circle. Now it's going to be Camp Alpha Island. Interesting situation.
In the next one, I want it to be Castle Island-ish area.
Yeah.
You know, because that's not an island, but then that is kind of, you know, situated from water by every side. Look at that. TeamvfxOXY. He knows that there are players. He has spotted some of the players. Now the players are in the open. Will he go for it? Will he go for it? He knows that the players are there. Is he gonna go for the spray? Because one player is on the other side now. He kind of missed this mark, and one of the players has a ghillie suit for something, if I'm not wrong, if I'm not mistaken. So they'll be having good guns, and now they just waited for them to be in the open. 1 HP remaining on the players. Otherwise, HFD would have been taken down, one of the players. But Sahab has been taken down on the other hand by TeamvfxOXY. Fyme to taking a fight with PES. So Fyme versus PES is happening, and PES is falling down right now as PES's players are just biting the dust. Vegeta went down out there, Nocta went down out there. Fyme Khan, as you can see, they have a really good advantage. The height advantage for them is one thing that is playing a really good role for them, a crucial one, if you will. And Wolverine has given a revive right now. But then the major factor in both these fights is that the one team has been pinned in one direction. All the other, the two teams on the other, like Fyme out here and VFX out there, they are the ones that are trying to build up the pressure on the teams. As you can see, Arkadians, Fez also goes as Envy and Arkadians. Finally, they join up in a fight right now. Light needs to move in. Light will be moving in right now. Leon has an Uzi for himself, but can he just, you know, maximize the utilization? Because Uzi is a killer in the closer ranges. But then for the longer ranges fight, for the rotation fight, when you are out of those 35 bullets or 25 bullets, it's kind of a difficult scenario.
Yeah, it is going to be a really difficult scenario for the side of Arkadians. As Faison is going to be finished off, and Arkadians just left with 3 players. Dead shot. He spots out 2. They are in a bad situation. Knocks down 1. And Envy, they are just going on a destruction spree on the squad of Arkadians. Thala, he's going to be dropping 1, but he's going to be taken down and finished off in an instant as Leon is the only man left standing for the side of Arkadians. The late nade is going to be thrown, but it is not going to do much as Leon cooks up another one. Is aiming for the window. Wishes to land the nade through the window, but that is going to be a tricky angle and it's going to be difficult to land the nade in there. But he is still giving it a try. Ash is out in the open. He's going to be finished off in a matter of seconds as the players from the side of NB come charging out towards Leon. Can he clutch this 1 versus 4? And I don't think so. He is going to go down. Leon is going to be finished off and Arkadians take an exit on the 12th position. Quite unfortunate for the team, but NB, they are just going on a destruction spree in this game as well. Can they get a second chicken dinner for themselves? Can they make a lead big enough so that when Bablu comes playing tomorrow, they are not able to challenge them?
I mean, they want this thing to happen. They want to have a good name, a good mark at the end of the day. They want to have the day ending on a really good note, and that's one thing that they want. We still have 11 teams remaining. We still have 41 players surviving out in this one. In the zone, it's official. It's confirmed that the zone is a camp alpha zone, so the teams are moving in. If there's somebody still outside the circle, it's your final call. You need to be out there. Otherwise, I mean, you know, even the circle is not going to pay respect to you, and you're going to be you're taken out of the game out there by doing the heal battle, if anything. And NB Light, NB has all 4 players right now. They have 4 kills right now. So NB is like one of the teams that is, if not, that is destined to win. That's like one of the things. They are destined that they need to win this one for themselves as well, because you know, one fight is good, but two good fights, 2 good chicken dinners, it's obviously even better. You know, everyone wants that, and this is a centralized circle right now. Fyme is inside the circle, and they are trying to spot the players on one side and just take them out on the camp alpha side, as they have spotted NortheSports' players. I mean, the damage was done, but still NortheSports will still sit there, still be there, still try to stay out in those areas. And F2D now moving once again on HFD's side. Let's see what happens out in this one.
Yeah, we definitely have to see what happens over there, because Fyme, the position that they are in is going to be really good to take these fights, but I think the distance is a little bit too much for the 3x to handle. But still, managing to connect the damage is going to be really, really good. Any damage is going to be good damage. But talking about damage, HFD butts up, has the AWM on him, so this gun is not going to do damage. It's going to finish you off. It's going to knock you down, so you need to be careful and avoid every single shot, as we saw the player just jump in and fall back. On the other side, talking about falling back, some players from the side of NortheSports are going to go down as TeamvfxOXY. They come charging in. Virus still standing pretty strong, is going to kill off Sensi from the side of NortheSports, and that is just going to spell trouble. And Fyme is going to be trouble as RNG are charging in from the behind. So they were focused on Camp Alpha Island and did not care to check the back side of the mountain from where RNG actually came in. But F2D Esports right now have the players from the side of HFD corner to its official. They are going in. Virus is going to be taken down by Maxi, but can Maxi survive this one? HFD Umair, he is sitting at a 50% health, but on the other side, Fyme, they are going to be eliminated from this game, and Umair with that M4 single shots coming into play is going to dish out a lot of damage on the players from the side of HFD.
Yeah, and now the circle has kicked in for these teams. As you can see, the circle is doing its damage. 4th circle, 200 meters to get inside the circle. PMCO also takes down one. NortheSports still outside the circle. PMCO, 1 player outside the circle. What's gonna happen? Will they be reaching as NES Snow just goes down, and Emmer and Maxi are still surviving out there. Emmer needs actually a good amount of heals right now. Just he needs that health, and 2x, they are waiting to capitalize on the movement as for when the players will try to get inside the circle. HFD also is outside the circle, and Sajid takes down one. That's going to be Maxi taken down. So it's back to that thing, and a Molotov was trying to kick in, but then now that's going to give them time to revive their players. If anything, we'll have to see what happens on the other side as well. One more thing goes out, and the revival outside this area, it can be catastrophic. You need to move in 200 meters. It takes you 16 seconds to move into 100 meters, and obviously it's going to take 32 seconds. Till then, the next zone will also be out there. The previous zone will be doing damage. They have just 3 bandages. How are they going to move into the circle is my question. question. NES might have a bad one. Emmer is moving in, Max is moving in, Sajid would like to spot them right now if they can. DFUZeOXY goes down. F2D and H2E once again, their fights are still going on right now. What's gonna happen? Emmer goes down by the play zone this time, and Maxi surviving right in front of Sajid, who's gonna popping a first aid. Does not have time now. Now the fight, and goes down by the play zone. He took an incredible fight, but was failing to pop up a first aid, and that's gonna be elimination of 2x officials as well. And F2D, they also exit the stage.
Yeah, a lot of team being taken out in an instant. This is what happens. The game is this fun when the circle is on the Camp Alpha Island. And right now, it's two squads competing up against each other, and they come next to next. As Apsa is going to be knocked down, and he's going to be finished out. But RNG, they have to be careful as H2E is going to come in from behind and take down some of their own players. And as I was saying, two squads. It is going to be RNG and Envy. Envy have already lost one player, but Deadshot is going to come in, and Venom is going to go down as Deadshot goes on a rampage now. Three kills confirmed for the guy. Envy sitting on 7 kills right now, 3 players alive. RNG sitting on 6 kills right now with 3 players alive, and RNG in a bad spot because they are sandwiched between Envy and H2E from the other side. So, but now they are moving back. Now they are focusing totally on H2E on the other side. VFXOXY is going to be wiped out as Buttsub is going to confirm all the kills for himself, and Venom was the person who dropped down the last player, Venom from the team TUF.
Yeah, and now they want to see the players who are trying to revive their teammates, the ones that were taken down, because obviously each and every player counts, but then the circle is the one thing that's not going to let them. HFD gets eliminated out on the 6th, and we are down to top 5 teams, ladies and gentlemen. 16 players surviving out in this one. We'll have to see what happens and how the fights are going to go. RNG still surviving, but the major factor is that after this, they don't have the circle for them, so they'll have to jump through this cliff, and obviously it's going to be a lot. Just look at this, as Envy is trying to go. They'll have to jump through the cliff area if they have to be inside the next circle. The light goes down. Psych and Deadshot are 2 surviving players right now. Can the revive happen? Look at that. They have spotted Old Boy. RNG Sketch has also been spotted by Terminator. And Psych takes down players as Deadshot helps him. And that is going to be the elimination out there now. Light, will he be revived or not? As 6 seconds left. 6 seconds. It's not a lot of time. Psych needs to move in. Deadshot needs to move in. And Envy Light still out there.
Yeah.
But still, they'll be taken down. TUF Terminator just capitalizing on the knocks and taking and converting them into the kills for now. And look at that. Look at that. Look at the buggy. The buggy just comes in underside. That is more than impressive.
This dove down head first, but the players from the side of TUF, they are looking to capitalize on this situation as the 2 players from the side of Envy, they are outside in the blue zone. They need to make their way in. Psych is going to be taken down. Deadshot is going to be taken down, and that is going to be the end of Envy for now. Down to the top 3 teams. It's going to be TUF with all 4 players in there. RNG with 3 and Portal eSports with 3. The interesting thing is, Portal eSports up until a minute ago had 0 kills for them. They have gained 2 for now, but is it going to be enough? I think the chicken dinner is going to be the thing that gives them the boost of the points that they need. But now RNG and Portal eSports right next to each other on the other side. TUF, they are outside this entire compound fight, so they can capitalize on this entire situation and wipe out both the teams at the same time. But are they going to do that? As these 2 teams can actually go on them together as well, and then it's going to be a 6 versus 4 fight either way, no matter who engages on who. But Khan, closing that door, is using the third person perspective to peek around the windows and see if we can spot out the players from the side of TUF.
There's that 1 pixel where PES is inside the circle in that house. Other than that, they'll have to get outside the house, and 1 pixel cannot accumulate 3 players out there.
Yeah.
So after 20 seconds, it's going to be a problem for them. RNG inside the circle, inside the house right now, not inside the circle if anything, and so it's going to be the case with the other squad out there. I mean, Team TUF, they are looking really good right now. They have all the 4 players remaining for themselves, and all the 4 players are separated from each other. So if 1 goes down, 3 have the chance to charge in. If 2 goes down, 2 will be having a chance to charge in from the other directions. We will have to see what is going to happen out here and what is going to change, as all the players will be looking really, really good in all these areas. But then TUF Edgar still trying to spot them. They have spotted the players, but the major factor is they also have to move in as the circle is coming right now. They will be taken down, if not later, if not now then later. Arladin also goes down, the cover fires and the trades are coming in. TUF Venom is looking really good. They know that either side of the areas are going to be where the fights are happening, and that is going to give an opening to PES to move inside the zone right now. Khan Sun is inside in a really good compound, and they are going to take people down. TUF is going down. TUF had really good amount of players right now, but then they are going down. But still, Venom was on domination. He has been taken down on the other side. Hamza also goes down as PES is looking really good to win this one. PES is close to a win. Thor is surviving. 3 versus 1 situation as players are going down right now. Will PES take this home this time, or will it be as TUF wants to just step up to their game? Thor has spotted the players. Thor is still surviving. One more HP, one more shot, and that shot is out as PES wins the game.
Yeah, they started with a man disadvantage, but now they did get the chicken dinner for themselves when Vegeta pulled up an amazing number in the end. And as I was saying, up until the 22-minute mark, PES had 0 kills. They ended the game with 7 kills on their side. So, played a passive game throughout this entire time, and towards the end is where they started taking the fights for themselves. And as you were talking about this, TUF, they had all 4 players in there, and RNG and PES only had 3. But for now, let's have a look at the MVP for the game and see who from the side of Portal Esports took this one. And I think, yeah, Vegeta just went Super Saiyan in there with 5 kills. Yeah,
he went Super Saiyan in the last moment as he had 245 damage with 5 kills.
Yeah, you always go Super Saiyan in the last moment when you know everything is gonna
damage stats.
Yeah, 245.
Yeah, it's like, see, he knew that the kills were there. He knew that he could take the kills, and then his players were making the openings, which he was totally capitalizing on. He was not wasting any time to, just end the players out there. 24 minutes, 48 seconds of the survival time, 5.10 kilometers of distance covered by this guy. It's really good.
It is really good, and I think as we have a look at the damage dealers for this game, I think there is definitely going to be that one player from the side of Portal Esports who is dishing out the damage enough for Vegeta to actually finish up the kills for himself.
Yeah. That's totally true. That's gonna be out there. All right, so let's just have a look at the top 5 players that there would have been in this one game, as 7 kills for RNG's Hamza. That's impressive. Envy Deadshot, if it's out there, I think if we're gonna talk about top kill leaders overall, this guy will be topping it already.
Yeah, Deadshot is definitely gonna be there after the first game, after the second game, this one, and on the third it's gonna be Portal Esports Vegeta with 5 kills, as we talked about earlier. Fourth is gonna be TeamvfxOXY Virus with 3 kills, 652 damage, and NortheSports Sensei is gonna be there with 3 kills and 454 damage on the 5th position. So a lot of amazing name, and it has always been a trend that it is the strongest teams that have the strongest players, and individually I think we have gotten used to seeing this certain names in there. And let's have a look at the damage dealers from the last game. Alright, so no player from the side of Portal Esports is in there. First position is taken by RNG's Hamzo with 790 damage. Second being taken by TeamvfxOXY Virus with 652 damage. Third being taken by Envy Deadshot with 579 damage. Fourth being taken by TeamvfxOXY Sajid with 501 damage. Fifth being taken by NortheSports Sensei with 454 damage. So no player from the side of Portal.
Yeah, no player from the side of Portal. But see, if they are winning this game, that means they have done something extraordinary from their banks, and that's a really good thing from their side. And let's just have a look at the standings and let's see where everyone is in the match of Sanhok right now. So let's see, Portal Esports, they had 7 kills, and there's still a difference in first and second. I mean, it's only 8 points, but the difference is a difference out there. 9 kills for the team that came to second. Alright, here's one thing. Team TUF was actually second, and they are at the 4th position right now because, the kills disadvantage kind of played with them. H2 is on 5th, ND was on 3rd, and TeamvfxOXY on the 6th, HFD is on 7th, and NortheSports is out there on the 8th position. So from 27 to 8, that was what it was. And then moving on, we have VFXOXY on the 9th, F2D eSports on the 10th. Fyme, they had an early exit in this one. Team Aqua had an early exit in this one. FTF had an early exit in this one. DFUZe, Arkadians, and Freeze. Alright, Arkadians is also here. For some teams, this match was quite different than their other matches right now.
Yeah, this match was definitely different. Arkadians were caught out in an unfortunate situation wherein they just had a team charging on them. They weren't even ready for that, and it was Envy who actually wiped them out. So that was quite unfortunate for the team, but I'm pretty sure Arkadians are going to step it up, and it is just the second game. We still have 2 more to go. But before that, when we have a look at the overall standings, I want to see is the gap between Envy and the team on the second position, is that going to go how small can it get just because of one bad game?
I think so. That is going to be something out there. It's all right.
Yeah.
So Portal Esports jumping in. I mean, all right. Talking about point difference, just look at the kill difference. That is where the difference is.
Yeah.
That otherwise both of them have 28 and 28 placement points, but then the kills is one thing that is making up a lot of difference. With 2 games played, Envy has 25 kills and Portal has only 12 right now. So 53 and 40 for them. TUF on the 3rd, RNC on the 4th, NortheSports on the 5th, Arkadians is out there on the 6th, VFXOXY on the 7th, and Team H2E are ending this game in the overall section at the 8th position.
Yeah, but look at this. Arcadians, they had a really good first game, so they are still maintaining a standing in the top 8. But moving on to the next set of 8 teams, it's going to be HFD on the 9th, PMCO on the 10th, F2D on the 11th, Freestyle on the 12th, Fyme on the 13th, Team Aqua on the 14th, FTFxEsports on the 15th, and DFUZeOfficial right now sitting at the last position on the 16th spot.
Yeah, as of now, these are the top 16. I mean, obviously, tomorrow this is going to shuffle a lot because new teams, new names are going to be coming out there. And who knows, with just 2 games, with just 1 game, Bablu might be at a different level or something.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see that. But before that, let's just see Vikendi first.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what happens on Vikendi, but that is going to happen after we come back from a short break. So you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Region Semi-Finals, and now it is going to be time for game number 3 that's going to be played on Vikendi. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by the blind man Ocean Sharma.
Yeah, but then I can see a clear thing, that is the game has started and it is from Trevno to Dobro Mesto. I can see without that. Yeah, Gold Mine, Hospitals, Zabava, Krishna Sport, those are the areas where you can actually go. Goroka can also be a really good area. Mount Resnik, if you want to go, you can go to that area. And Villa can also be a really good area. But then what we were thinking of, that this was a game of islands, if anything. Today was a day of islands. So I would like to see if the final circle goes to Castle, maybe?
Yeah, because there is just one island in there, and it's a really small island.
There are 2 islands. One is a big, the other is a small.
But it's a really thin river. Can we take this as an island?
There are Dhai islands.
Yeah, there are land masses in there.
Yeah. Let's not go in details and let me put off my glasses back.
Look at the size of that river.
Yeah, but then coming back, the players have landed. As you can see, Dobro Mesto can actually be a good area to fight off. As there might be some squads. Aqua Hamza is moving to one direction. There are some players actually moving in his direction. We'll have to see where the players go. And all right. The circle is once again on land.
Yeah, the circle is once again on land, and Ocean, I think by now even you have gotten tired of the fact as to how much I hate that location. It gets really weird. And okay, so today seems to be the day of switches, wherein on Erangel you get water, on Sanhok you get water, on Vikendi you get land.
Maybe like unpredictability is coming out. The FTF is going down right now as the fights are happening, and Fyme Khan needs a revive. We'll be getting a revive really soon right now. So that's like a decent thing. Fyme is a team with a lot of experience, if we'll say it like that. Like they are a really good team, and we would not want to see them go down like their first 2 games. First game was Envy's, second game was Portals. Maybe the third game is Fyme's.
Yeah, maybe the third game can be Fyme's. But FTF, that 2 versus 2 situation just not working out for them. And that is going to be quite unfortunate. The players are going to be taken down, and that will just put the entire team at a massive disadvantage for the later stages of the game. But we still have to see, as most of the teams, look at this, are sort of presented in sort of an arc sort of a structure on the middle area of the map, and there are just 2 teams on the northern side. It's going to be RNG and HFD. RNG closer to the on the northern side of the coal mine, right between coal mine and
This is a really
port.
Weird drop scenario for the teams right now. I've never seen anything like this. And not the pattern, but the fact that the teams are still fairly close to each other.
Yeah, it is because of the pattern that they are close to each other. And talking about weird things, so here's the thing that is good about having weird circle, having weird drop locations coming from the teams. You get this. What is happening right now? It's chaos. It's early aggression on Vikendi. How often do you get to see that? Not that often, but still, I think every one of our viewers is going to be pretty happy about the fact that now they can get to see and watch their favorite teams in action pretty soon. As TeamvfxOXY, the shots were fired from the side of NortheSports. Alian was the man who took some damage, but he still managed to get away. And we have to see now, is 2x going to go and come back into this fight? Are they going to stay here and try and take this challenge that has been thrown towards them? Or are they just going to avoid it, disengage, and get away from the situation? On the other side, talking about situations, the 2 players from the side of FTF, Charlie and Basim, they have been caught out by the other 2 players from the side of Fyme.
And this is bad as Fyme 7Z is in the open. 1 player goes down as Charlie just drops in. Khan out there. 7Z surviving. Can 7Z take down 2 players? Charlie and Wasim on the higher ridge. But I think the cover is arriving. The cover is going back in the other direction. That was something. Moto was coming, and then he just took a U-turn. And I think 7Z might be in a bit of trouble out there. Virus goes down the other hand, and Fyme 7Z now. Alright, Khan has been taken down. 7Z will go down, and yes, 7Z just goes down in that smoke, and now the smoke will be helping FTF to loot the crates that they just formed. And Fyme is already in a bad situation. 2x on the other hand, losing their players, and the cover from FTF also arrives as the players are slowly and steadily arriving. Lala is out there, and Aqua Fendi takes down 2 players with just 1 spray. Impressive headshots coming in by this guy while using a Bison right now. Did he take 2 or did he take 3? He took all 3, alright.
Yeah.
That was an impressive spray. Like, out of those 53 bullets,
Yeah.
44 was still in his gun, so he used 9 bullets, 3 bullets per person.
That is pretty incredible for this guy, and we still have to see what or how Aqua is gonna perform, because as we were talking about,
they lose the fights.
Ocean, yeah,
sometimes.
they lost fights in both the previous maps.
Yeah,
so
they lose the fights. That's one thing.
Could this be the game where Aqua finally switches things around and
Unpredictability.
yeah, unpredictability on the most unpredictable map? That I think has to be some sort of irony.
Irony in irony in irony. Maybe we'll have to see what happens out there. As Aqua, they're still with 3 players, and we'll have to see what just happens out when the fights are gonna happen right now. As this is a totally landmarked circle, so like players have all the 100% of the area for them to play with, for them to be with. And Fyme, on the other hand, they lost 2 players. The 2 kills that just came out, and Rams have been taken down on FTF's side. That can be something game-changing, as slowly and steadily they might go out in full aggression, and they might lose their matches as well. We will have to see like what happens in the scenarios, as Fyme is still out there with 2 players just sitting out in those areas, and the cement factory is being occupied by FTF right now.
Yeah, the cement factory is going to be occupied by FTF, but with just 2 players remaining, can you hold on to that location when teams like Fyme, teams like Envy are quite close, and they are going to be closing in your direction? That is definitely going to be a challenge.
Yeah, sure, that is going to be a challenge out there. We'll have to see what happens. As FS is also going slowly right in front of 2x. We'll have to see what happens, as 2x's player is just out right now, knocked out. And if that person goes down, it will just leave 2x with just 1 solo player.
Yeah. 2x is definitely going to be in trouble, and I don't think Major is going to get a revive as Black and Baba are closing in on his location. I don't think there's going to be any cover as well. The last remaining guy for the side of TeamvfxOXY is going to be forced to run away, is going to be forced to hide till the map comes to its closing stages, and Baba is going to switch over to his fist and finish off that free kill of Major that was handed out to these guys. And FS, they are going to be happy about the fact that now they have 3 kills and not 2. But moving over to the other sides, as I was saying, Envy, Fyme, and the other squad of FTF, they were quite close, and Envy now are challenging Fyme for these 2 compounds. 2 players in there. It is going to be Sneak and Motu, but 3 players from the side of Envy coming in towards their direction. 3 versus 2 situation. Who is going to come out on top? This is still going to be winnable. 3 versus 2 is not that bad of a deal to take. But is Fyme going to play this one perfectly? As Sneak is sneaking out the back. He is going for a fallback rotation wherein he can cover Motu, who's going to try and stay in and fight this one out. Apso is there, so Motu has pretty much been cornered right now, but the 2 players from the side of Envy, they go for a longer rotation as well. And FTF, they are coming in as well. This is going to be a party, as Apso is going to be caught out, but you can't catch Apso out when Deadshot is present, and Lala is going to be taken out of this game, and Deadshot, I think he is just going to confirm that kill for himself with the G36C.
Yeah, Envy Deadshot, it's a really good thing to see this, watch this player play the game out in this one. But then Fyme, alright, so Fyme, just like you were saying, Fyme is kind of in a bit of trouble right now, in the nick of trouble, as they have just 2 players remaining. The 2 players, they took a fight against FTF and they just went down, and now FTF is on the other side, and now it's Envy just sitting out here. Deadshot surviving. Obviously every player from Envy is surviving out there, so it's the numbers game, the numbers advantage. First of all, it's the numbers advantage. The second of all, it's that mental advantage that they have, that yeah, they can take the fight obviously. And Aqua's players once again just charging in. I think this can probably be Aqua's game, if anything.
Yeah, this can be Aqua's game. They are dropping a lot of bodies on the floor right now, sitting at 5 kills, the team of Aqua. And and it is the Bisons on their side as well that are actually getting the advantage for them. But Envy, Psych just comes in with style, a lot of style and a lot of speed. And wait, is he just passing by? Yeah,
he was like, oh, all right, so on Castle they are serving chicken dinners. Would you like to go? Because I'm going, and he just went away on the other direction.
Yeah, he just ignored. Why would you ignore your own teammates?
He was going for a longer flank out there, probably.
That's way too long now. Okay, Psych. Okay, I think that's it. He just came up to his teammates and just went, Psych. and just turn the left.
Psych. Exactly. Just out there. Deadshot is moving towards him out there, but on the other hand, you can see the other two players. They're just standing there talking to each other, and now they'll have to go. PMCO on the other hand, just going from one side of the bridge to the other side of the bridge, and they are having a fight. A fight with the circle. That is one thing that they are having right now. They need to move in and move in. I mean, if not quick, kind of just need to move in.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just paused a lot for that.
Okay, so this could actually be interesting as the other players, Teen Wolf is quite far ahead, but his teammates in the car behind them, this is what I was talking about, they can be caught by the players from the side of H2E, and Red is trying to catch and see if he can dish out some damage to a blade. I think he actually did some damage, but not enough, and not as much as he would have wanted. And Rage is going to be rotating inside as well. H2E, it is going to be high time that they make the movement towards the circle as well. Otherwise, they are going to be in trouble. Once again, fighting in the blue zone, not advisable.
Yeah.
It is a useless risk that you actually take upon yourself. But now, as the blue zone is going to make contact with the play zone and the circle is going to make the next shift, where is it going to be? That is going to be the question. And once again, castle is inside the circle. So it can actually
You're going to be really happy about it for now,
yes,
right?
because no one ever goes to castle.
All right, just
Aqua is in there right now.
let's just break your happiness. Next circle, castle won't be in the circle.
I hate you.
I know, thank you. So, on the other hand, the second airdrop has an MK14 out for in itself with the level 3 stuff out there. And Aqua can actually have this because Aqua is really close to that airdrop, obviously. We'll have to see what happens as Aqua will be, looking for more fights. Because as of now, see, out of 64 players, for now, 12 players have gone down and 5 of them are with Aqua's side. Let's just all right, 63 players joined the lobby, and so Aqua is playing 3-man, and still they have taken down 5 players. That's a really good number considering the fact that they are in that zone of taking amazing fights right now. We'll have to see if they choke under the pressure of the circles or circle rotations later on, but so far they are playing with a lot of conscience.
Yeah, they are playing with a lot of confidence on their side, but we still have to see, as you said, because these are still the early stages of the game. We are just still 12 minutes in, and only 11 players have gone down. But look at this, HFD Buttsab, he's going to be in trouble as the players from the side of Portal Esports are underneath those compounds. Khan is the man scouting. He is the man who is getting all the sound cues, all the information as to how the players from the side of HFD are rotating Coronas. He was going for a flank, and yes, the flank is going to work as Vegeta is going to be taken down by Murtuza from that high ground on top of that rock. But they need to be careful as well. Khan, he is going to make contact with this team of HFD all alone. Has an AK in his hand. Can he actually do something? Can he create a moment for his team? With which they can come out on top. Vegeta, the revive has come in. The healing is going to be there as well. And yes, it is there. Vegeta is sitting there with 75% health on himself. Wolves and Insane, still pretty healthy. Buttsab, with that G36C, is trying to make contact. Oh, he has an AWM as well. And one shot is going to dish out a lot of damage on the players from the side of Portal Esports. And I think the gunshots have given them the signal that it is going to be time to hide. It is going to be time to be really careful and make every peak after thinking 10 times about it.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, the situation just changes all of a sudden for the players out there, and HFD just picking up the pace. Not just the pace, they are picking up the fact that they are creating. They're not letting PES create an opening for themselves. Right now, on the other hand, HFD Buttsab with that AWM takes down PES Vegeta with a headshot. I mean, HFD is ready for a fight right now, and with that AWM, if you have an AWM in their hands, obviously the long range fights are going to be the crucial ones. And now PES will be thinking before taking the fight any further, because they know that there are players who are ready for to give it their 100%. I mean, Vegeta has been revived, but now obviously he won't be peaking anytime sooner. As of now, the circle is slowly and steadily just coming into an end, and obviously it's still divided into 2 different sub-islands right now, Coal Mine Island and Cosmodrome Island on either side. So we'll have to see where the circle just actually goes, as the circle just is about to touch the surface, and the new circle will be formed anytime soon, and Castle is still.
So, okay, now I know that the next one is not going to be there.
Yeah, I was just hoping. See, there are 3 kinds of shifts in the circle.
Yeah.
One is a hard shift, the other one is a normal shift.
Yeah.
And the third one is actually a central shift, if you will say.
Yeah.
So sometimes what happens is, first, if you are having a northern hard shift for the first circle, the second one will be the central to the previous circle. So this one was central to the previous circle was central to the previous circle. So this one should have been hard shift. If this is not, then we will be expecting 2 hard shifts in this game.
Yeah, so right now what Ocean is trying to explain is how to try and predict the RNG of the game, how to try and counter it. But that can be really difficult because the man sitting beside me is an actual genius. So otherwise, it is really
There's
tricky.
a grenade out there, and the grenade
Yeah.
has taken down one player. Talking about the fight, on the other hand, let's just see what happens as the players are getting revived right now. NES Max is just taking that TPP on the other side. So we'll have to see if that TPP just comes into the equation. Old Boy is still sitting out there. Dread is still sitting out there. Another grenade just takes on Sensei. So he was just, they just pick them up and they just go down once again. That was like one of the things that has happened. This vehicle, all right. We'll see which team is going to take this vehicle to the next zone or something. As TeamvfxOXY gets eliminated, it becomes the first team to be eliminated on the 16th position. 15 teams remaining, 51 players alive. And it's just a matter of time as more and more players are going to bite the dust. As right now, S2E and NES are ready. They are destined to take a fight with one another. You can see GamerX is moving in forward. A snake has been found. The snake has been tamed. The second jump shot. 2 players in 2 jump shots. This guy is a maniac right now. 3 players in 3 jump shots. This guy is more than a maniac right now. He has taken all 3 players for himself. It's just one final player remaining. Maxi. Can Maxi take it? Can Maxi go for another 1v3 from his side or not? I don't think so. Yes, it won't happen right now as Old Boy this time comes into the equation. He was like, alright, you have an Uzi, I have an AKM. But those 3 openings from that Uzi.
GamerX, the man was on fire. 3 jump shots, 3 knockdowns, and the last man left standing, Maxi, is going to be taken by his teammate Old Boy. But I think they are going to be pretty happy about the fact that now they have a lot of kills. On the other side, Envy seems to be in a lot of trouble as they come in contact with Fyme and PES and HFD. The fight still at a standstill. Both the teams holding on to the location. Who is going to strike who first? Who is going to go down first? Which team is going to wipe out the other one? That is going to be a question that only time will answer. Because right now, since both the teams are inside the circle, I don't think they are going to go for these fights. They're just going to be safe,
Yeah, even if they don't fight right now and they fight in the later stage of the circle, there's one thing about this game. You can avoid one fight, but you will have to take it in the later stages no matter what. Directly or indirectly, your person might be killed up by someone else, but then you will be killing that person also. So you are indirectly taking up a fight in your hand. So you can avoid fights for a while, but then you cannot avoid fights till the end. That's just one of the things that just happens in this game out here. So that's just a thing or two about the game. But then talking about the circles right now, you can see 2X was one of the teams that got eliminated, and alongside the other squad as well, which we just took a fight right now. So the circle has had a shift right now. This was a rightward shift. It still means 50% of either of the islands are still out there in the zone, in the next zone. So we'll have to see where the zone actually goes.
So, but from the standstill, the third party is going to come in, and as DFUZeOXY is going to spot the players from the side of Portal eSports, and with that M4 single shot, he is trying to connect on Vegeta right now, but Vegeta is hidden behind the cover. He is still trying to see if he can spot the players from the side of Diffuse, but I think he is going to have some trouble with that one. Diffuse right now quite far away in the distance and are looking to third party these guys. So on the other side, Diffuse, they have to worry about the fact that FTFxEsports, 2 remaining players are going to come in from their rear as well. So a lot of third-party opportunities available in this game, but can teams actually make something happen with those? That is going to be the question, as Aqua right now making their way in towards the circle. esports 47. He was close to the blue zone, but now he is going to be inside the circle, I think, in the next 2 minutes. And FS, they join this one as well. They want to join this one as well, as they spotted the players from the side of Portal as well. Portal is going to be in so much trouble right now, since they are going to be collapsed upon from every single direction. And if Portal goes down, HFD is going to start coming forward, and then HFD is going to be trouble. But for now, FS, they have decided to deal with the players of the squad RNG, as they are right behind them. But RNG have the cover of those camps that are there in front of them.
Yeah, they have the cover of those camp areas, those camp thingies out there. But then for how long? Because they can be contested from behind as well. They have just one cover. It's not like a house or something that you'll be safe overall 360 degrees out in that area. And FS have a vehicle for themselves as well in the downwards areas. So we'll have to see how it just goes on if the fight just happens. RNG on just one side, FS on the other side, just trying to fight it out. Because after this, if the circle leaves RNG, it's gonna be a difficult situation for the players out there, and RNG knows it. They are trying to go for another rotation to move into another direction for the circle, so that the circle does not hit them anymore and just does not damage them, if anything, slowly and steadily, because that is going to be like one of the things that can just change everything. Aladdin out there, as you can see, they have rotated to some other direction. This time the circle goes for the other side shift, the shifts that we were talking about, and this is the shift that will be a crucial one, because after this, see, Fyme and all those teams, they'll have to get inside the circle, and they will have to do it really soon. The circle is still a bit on the southern side, but it's just that most of the teams are going to be staying there, so it's not going to be the early fights that might happen out there.
Yeah, not the early fights, but once again, that one bridge that's there connecting these two islands. The major part of the circle is on the main island, as Edgar, the drop shot actually connects on Hamza in a very beautiful manner. Edgar was almost taken out, but now Aqua, they're going to be in trouble, as a 3 versus 2 situation is going to arise for them. Fadi is trying to fall back, but he's quite low as well. Thor charges in up forward. Fadi is trying to revive his teammate. Hamza is going to be revived, but the Molotov is being thrown. Can it dish out the damage? Is this going to be a knock? And no, I don't think so. Oh, Venom on the other side. Who needs a Molotov when the guns are available, as Hamza is going to be taken down yet again, and Fadi is going to be taken out of this game again in a matter of seconds. Terminator still left standing, and it is going to be the end of Team Aqua, as all the players are going to be taken down one after the other, and Terminator, with that smoke being thrown, is going to revive his teammates who have been down in that interaction. But now Diffuse, they have caught hints of a few of the players from the side of TeamvfxOXY coming in towards their direction. The nade being thrown, the nade being cooked and thrown at the entrance is not going to do anything, and the Molotov was thrown on the top floor of that house, but the players are on the other side. So
yeah, so this is one thing about Vikendi. You can see it's like about to hit 22 minutes and 30 seconds mark. It's still 13 teams remaining. Like the team number, it's still out there, and that is just one thing. H2E on the other hand, they are on the bridge side. They can cam the bridge if Fyme wants to come from that location. I don't think so that's going to happen anytime soon. And VFX is out on this side. They can cam the bridge if Fyme comes from, you know, the other location. I mean, because this location, the bridges are going to be a crucial one in this fight right now. VFX Blade Oxy on the other hand takes down NortheSports with just 1 HP remaining. He will be using a first aid right now, but Absol needs a revive, and I think Moise is going to revive him. Or if given a chance, Oxy can just take players down. Moise is out there reviving. Deadshot goes down as well, as CUF also charges on the squad right now. So Envy is being third party. Molotov comes in. This Molotov can change everything for the teams out there, because if they just hit the Molotov, obviously it's going to ditch a lot of damage. And yes, it does. Absol goes down. Moise goes down. And I think this is an upset when you say that Team Envy has been eliminated on 13th.
That is definitely going to be an upset for the side of Team Envy. They are going to be in so much trouble if the teams below them actually have a good standing in this one, especially Portal eSports. But Portal eSports still alive, still quite strong, and these compounds could be the end of this game, as Arkadians are going to go in on the players from the side of RNG. One player has been taken down, and Portal eSports Khan is going to spot the player from the side of TUF, and Venom was knocked down, but can you get the finish? Khan and Wolverine still present. Khan has taken a lot of damage, is still taking a lot of damage, drops down to around 20% health, but is still alive and is still kicking in this game. Portal eSports, those are the only two players that you have, so they need to be really careful. And right now, the circle, once again, it is on the bridge, So that is going to be tricky. That is going to be really tricky.
Vikendi's bridge circle, obviously, it's going to be a tricky one. H2E has moved in through the bridge area, and all the other teams, they are trying to go in. Fyme Sneak takes down one. That's going to be something, and Fyme Sneak has been taken over. RageOXY has been taken over from Fyme Motu. So Fyme is looking really good for the fight, but DFUZ is obviously coming in on VFX Rage. The players as well, and Arkadians are also in a bad situation. Now is the time when the kill feed is going to dance, and obviously the team counter is just going to go down. Playzone is also doing its work from time to time, just making the stuff easier for the players to go down. And Fyme Motu, Team Tough gets eliminated, but Fyme Motu with just 10 HP, he manages to take out one player as well. Is still in the fight, does not have any first aids, and that thing is going to just bite them out as Fyme gets eliminated on the 10th one in this one.
Yeah, that was quite unfortunate. How did Motu not see a man charging in towards him? But talking about eliminations, Arkadian Faison is going to be taken down as the players are charging in on them. And Arkadians, look at this. Their position is quite open, quite exposed. They are going to be in so much trouble now as the teams are going to close in down to the top 9 teams. And it is going to be Portal Esports. Wolverine catching the players from the side of DFUZ off guard. He is, Khan is going to take down one from the side of DFUZ. Insane has been taken down. And VFX, they turn on DFUZ as well, as Ronnie is going to be knocked down. And Ronnie is going to be finished off. But Wolverine, he is going to get the kill for Ronnie now. This time around. DFUZ, they are going to take down Portal Esports. But still, one man was knocked down. One else still left standing. In the meanwhile, DFUZ, they themselves are going to be eliminated from this game as PS Khan is going to be finished off. Portal Esports, just Wolverine left standing for the team. Can they go, or how far can they go? I think that is going to be the question on the other side. FS, Portal Esports take an exit, and FS, they come into contact with some of the players from the side of F2D.
Freestyle, this can be a game-changing game for them, if anything. Arkadians still out there, and still we're currently outside the circle with just one or two with just 1 or 2 pixels of them outside the circle. They just make their way inside the circle, and right now this is where the circle is. As you can see, Arkadians are inside the zone. H2E is inside the zone. Other than that, each and every single player and each and every single team has to get inside the circle. FS Black is now on 75% HP. HFD's players have been taken down. Erangel, Aladdin still trying to spot the players, and if not, just trying to take the players out that were just taken out previously. But Aladdin gets shot from one direction by HFD Umar, and that will change everything. But then look at this Venom with just 9 bullets, and he will be popping up a first aid of his own. RNG is left with less number of players now, and they'll have to see if they can take those fights. Aladdin goes down, HFD Umar goes down by FS Baba. So FS still surviving. Obviously, FS is still taking the fights. FS is looking good with 4 players, but then so is Team S2 with 6 kills and 3 players remaining. RNG with 3 kills and 3 players remaining. FTF with 2 players. The 2 players that started the fights, they are still in this game right now with 2 points for themselves. Sketch goes down out there as FS is looking amazing for the fights right now. FS, we have seen what the squad can do. We have seen Freestyle getting chicken dinner for themselves in the qualifier stages, but can they make this game theirs? Because this game, this one chicken dinner is going to give them a huge boost. One player goes down once again. Butts up, sell outside the circle. No one actually cares about that, because all they want is to confirm the kill. Then they'll be moving outside inside the circle. RNG gets eliminated. Arkadians gets eliminated. We are down to 5 teams, 4 teams, let's just say, because 9 players are remaining. FTFxEsports also goes down out in this one. 9 players alive. 4 teams remaining. What's gonna happen? VFxOXY and HFD outside the zone right now. They are doing a battle with the circle, and it will be a 4v3. One more player goes down. It's a 4v3. We won. 8 players remaining. 3 teams alive. VFxOXY outside the circle doing a heal battle. You can see him out there. How many first hits can he have right now to make him survive? For how long will he survive? That will be one of the questions as he goes down. It's a proper 4v3, and players kind of know each other's locations. Will they survive or will they not? That is a big question, as FS has a hold of the bridge area. They have a hold of the circle area. H2E, they'll have to come up in the open if they want to. But FS's Black is down. He will be finished off. So just to make it a 3v3 if anything, and FS Black goes down. This is a 3v3. So each and every player, each and every team is on the ground for themselves. Which team is going to have the 3rd chicken dinner in this game right now for the 3rd match, as 2 more players have been spotted. Dread, low on HP, still manages to take down one. Incredible gameplay. But then on the other hand, he just goes down as as in the water, the crates will be formed. So now they have the information that Malik is still out there. And Baba, the revivals are coming in. The revivals are out there. Futrutsu and Baba are out there as the revivals have kicked in. And the first trade will be popped out there. But 5 more seconds and that will be the final circle call. Each and every team, each and every player will have to be in the open. Futrutsu, look at them moving in forward, gets spotted from one side. He will be taken down. But on the other hand, it will be a 1v1 situation on the up front as Baba is still far behind. Gamer X trying to go for it. Malik, Uzi, full HP for this guy, and his level 2 helmet is vest is kind of broken, and that was incredible. But from behind, that was just amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing. But I think what was even more amazing was the way Dread tried to play this one out.
No, the thing is, the person who actually did the final kill
was the guy who was
8 kills.
Oh.
All alone for himself. So he actually the thing is
how many is that making total for the team? 13.
But the actual thing is he has 8 kills, and all those 8 kills of what they came up from is he eliminated a player for the team on the 4th position, 3rd position, and 2nd position. All those players got eliminated by him. Then he was taken down. Futrutsu gives him a revive, Baba, and then he charges him to eliminate the final person as well.
Yeah, but that fight on that bridge, and okay, so Baba did this an amazing thing where he just eliminated the teams later on, and it is going to be Baba, the MVP for this game. 8 kills, 1239 damage, and 7.67 kilometers, 28 minutes survival time. So an amazing performance from this one player. And as I was saying, he got all those kills from eliminating all those teams and securing the chicken dinner for himself in a really classy fashion. But another interesting thing that happened, Dread basically killed Black with a blind spray in a smoke.
Yeah.
He got the knock from a blind spray, got the finish from a blind spray, then charges in on towards Futretsu and Baba, who were running towards the bridge, and just I don't know, went into full on TDM mode for a second.
Yeah, that is totally true. But then let's have a look at the top 5 players out for this game, as it's gonna have H2E. Yes, it does. And FS Baba on the first, H2E Gamer X on the second, Fyme Modu on the third, Aqua Hamza on the fourth, and TUF Venom on the fifth with 8, 4, 3, 3, 3 kills respectively. So it's like 8 kills for that guy, and then it just stoops down to 4, 1 to 3, 9 damage for him, then 7 to 5 for the other one.
Yeah. So a massive shift once again from the first to the second position in terms of the kills and the players' individual performances as well. But on the other side, how much is that going to affect freestyle standing in this one? And how far is Envy going to go down? Because that is also going to be interesting. We talked about having 1 bad game, which is okay, but having 2 bad games. And Envy, they were starting out with such a good momentum in this one. On the other side, Freestyle, this is the kind of form that we saw them in towards the end of the group stage. So if they actually stay in this form, they are going to be pretty strong during these semifinals. So let's have a look at the standings for this game. Freestyle on the first position, 33 points, 13 kills, 8 on just 1 guy alone. Team H2E on the second position, 21 points. DFUZeOXY on the third. Team RNG on the fourth. HFD on the fifth. FTFxEsports on the sixth. Portal eSports on the seventh. And Arkadians on the eighth.
Yeah, then moving on from 9 to 16, because that is where some big names might be. As you can see, Team Aqua, they had 5 kills for themselves, but then that impressive drop shot that just came right in front of them, and that just wiped the whole squad. That was something. Fyme getting eliminated on the 10th, DFUZe on the 11th, Team TUF on the 12th, Team Envy on the 13th. This was like a big one for me as well. F2D on the 14th, NortheSports on the 15th, and 2xOfficial had their exit out on the 16th. Alright, so one thing is for sure, the curse has been broken, as FS Malik used to be the first person to just go out from freestyle in a moving vehicle previous 2 games. Now they were like, we are not taking vehicle whatsoever.
You are not driving.
You are not driving. You are not sitting in a car. We are just going out there. You have to walk all the distance by yourself.
Hey, if it works, it works, right? If not getting in a car is getting you a chicken dinner, why not? Just run everywhere.
Yeah,
unless it's Miramara, like that is too big.
Miramar, yeah, that's like one of the things. But then these were the standings for this particular match, ladies and gentlemen. In a while, we'll be looking for the overall standing, and we'll be seeing like what kind of boost does FS gets with this one, and where will it just put the other teams. Like Portal Esports, they was climbing up, Envy was out there. So let's just have a look where does it put each and every team out in the overall situations, as each and every team has had 3 games. The plus and the minus of the 3 games is like this, as you can see. Team Envy, so all 3 teams with a chicken dinner are on first, second and third out. They are 55, 48 and 41 points.
Envy is still first. 2 bad games, still the first position. 2 games where they were not in the top 8, still the first position. So they still have a lead as well. Just because even Portal had a bad game on Vikendi. So that is quite lucky for them. But on the other side, Freestyle having an amazing performance in the last one. 33 points from the last game. They are sitting on 41 right now. So this is just that one good game is changing everything for them. H2E on the 4th, TUF on the 5th, RNG on the 6th, TeamvfxOXY on the 7th, and Arkadians on the 8th right now. But let's move on and have a look at the next set of 8 teams and see if things over there are changing. Oh yes, they are. HFD on the 9th. That is not going to change. NortheSports actually dropped down to the 10th. Fyme climb up to the 11th. FTFxEsports on the 12th position, and Team Aqua climb up to the 13th. 2xOfficial, they drop down to the 14th. F2D Esports on the 15th, and one thing that's not going to change for now, it's going to be Diffuse for the 16th position with just 10 points to their name. So all these teams, they are lacking a lot of points, and when the games from tomorrow actually start, that is also going to place these teams, some of the teams, teams from Group C, in the middle of all these 16 teams that are there in front of us today. So that, I think, is also going to be an interesting situation, because after tomorrow, only Group B will have 8 games on them.
Yeah, that's like one of the things. And obviously the numbers are gonna add or subtract out on it. That, like, not subtract, but then everyone will be having a lead that they will be just going for. So we'll have to see like what happens. But then before tomorrow comes, it's going to be a final game for today as well.
Yeah, it's going to be the last game for day number 1. That's going to be happening in a little while. But before that, there's going to be a short break. So you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello and once again welcome to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Semi-Finals Day number 1, game number 4, which is going to be the last game for today, and it's going to be played on Erangel like always. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma.
Yep, and me and the boys are ready for the last game. And no, I was not talking about you, I was talking about the lovely observers.
Oh yeah.
Alright, but still, me and the boys are ready for the last game. And see, Erangel is going to be something because first game you saw a team winning it, a team that has had a lot of fans. The second game was again a team that has had a lot of fans. The third game was a comeback from a team that was FS that just won the third game. So for the fourth game, I mean, either the teams that have established their names can go for a comeback, or on the other side, a new team might just rise up. You never know.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. But before we start the match, let's have a look at the kill leaders for the overall and see who all are in there. It's going to be NV Deadshot with 13 kills on the first position. FS Baba is going to be on the second after that amazing performance in the last game, getting 8 kills for himself. 10 kills right now. RNG Hamza is going to be on the third with 10 kills. PES Khan is going to be on the fourth with 8 kills, and NV Psych is going to be on the fifth with 7 kills to his name. So the drop in damage that we were talking about in the initial stages has been taken away, and one of the reasons for that is going to be the fact that NV were dying quite early in those two games.
Yeah, and that was like a thing that just, you know, in the third game, and it just changed everything for the teams out there. For FS, obviously, them getting a chicken dinner and ending this third match. So third match was quite surprising for us as well. I mean, not in the sense, but the sense that the circle was totally on land. The circle was shifting totally on land, and it was just, you know, picking up its pace with the game totally on land. And a final circle that almost 1v3 that they would have done, but on the other hand, FS Baba just comes in to save the day. And those that Uzi 1v3 that we just witnessed, the drop shot on Aqua that we just witnessed. So it's like, see, normal shot from one person to the other person is not safe, but then jumps and grounds are also not safe. That is what teams have. Just imagine someone goes down for a jump shot, the other one is actually jumping right in front of him. That's just, no one's shot gets connected, and you get to learn the strategy of your opponents at the same time.
Yeah, and then I think for a couple of seconds, even you are confused as to what just happened in there. And yeah, so those are the kind of situations you have to deal with. But once again, on Erangel, anything can happen. Even the situation that you are talking about, one guy goes for a drop, other one just goes for a jump. And I think we have to see if Gamer X is going to be jumping around on this map, and if he is, how many kills can he get for himself? Or as Ocean said, are the old guards going to rise again and take the throne for themselves with the chicken dinner in their hands?
The old blood versus the young blood, it's that kind of a scenario out there. And like, we will be, and yes we are, live in the game as we are talking right now, and you can see the plane path on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, starting from the back end of Query. That is where one team we know actually goes in, the back end of Query and Gatka's areas, and Novo Repnoi. So you get like all of the southern island to play with, and obviously if you want to, from hospital area, you can just take a vehicle and just go to the Georgopol area. Ruins, I don't know, but Rozhok will be yours. Pochinki, all those areas will be there. And look at that Angry Bird skin out there. Like, what do you say?
Lots of memories with that game.
I don't know how.
That is the sound. That is the sound.
that is the sound that they'll just bring out. And alright, which was your favorite Angry Bird? Mine was the speedy one, the yellow one that would just, you know, just rush in.
I don't even remember the powers on that one, but there was this one bird who would drop an egg.
Alright, so that's
it would drop an egg and that would roll down on the structures. You could basically try and destroy the foundations with that.
Yeah, but then let's talk about PUBG Mobile
let's
right
talk
now.
About this game.
Yeah, Primosk has 2x out there for themselves, and FTF, they are going to the location that I was talking, that there's one team that just drops in behind them. But then there is one more team you can see in the minimap. If they get the guns, I mean, the team has not even landed with the parachute. Now they did. RNG is right next to them, right on the other other side, and that might mean trouble for RNG if they just go to that area, because they have good guns, they have good amount of loot. And are they going to go for it? I think they are going to go for it. I hope so that they go for it, because we'll be seeing some early fights, and this is going to be looking really bad as the guns are not in the favor of RNG, and they would like to stay safe if they can. They are in a car chase right now. The guns are being blazed up. The M16's tap is being done out here, but I think for now no shot is getting connected from there. Now it does, as now the vehicle topples. The bad thing that is about this gun, the vehicle just topples, takes down one obviously, and the second one with a shotgun. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. The shotgun kicks in, and 2 players already down. But from behind, a cover comes in with a DP28. The DP28 just charging in. The guy has no helmet, no vest, nothing. But then he needs a revival. He needs to revive his players. He needs to make sure that as long as his players are safe, which are not right now. But then that was kind of a well tried by him.
Yeah, Venom, that was a commendable effort. But now you have put yourself in a lot of trouble, as well as the other team can wrap around and come in for the finish on you as well. So he needs to be really careful as to where he is looking to rotate, and M16 tap. That was pretty funny, but still, if it works, it works. So the taps did work, and the kills were confirmed for the 2 players on that team. But now RNG, they are a pretty strong team as well. And look at this, Pochinki, just one team, Arkadians, all controlling that entire city for themselves. NES, NortheSports is on the northern side, and the top island, it's abandoned.
Yeah, and we know that Arkadians always likes to go to Pochinki. That is their drop location always, and they just stay there. But then look at the Novo area. There are 3 squads in Novo area. Yes, exactly this area. Envy, Diffuse, and Aqua is right next to them. So that can be a bad scenario. And TF's Terminator just was using Uzi and VSS. That's a good 9mm combo. See, 9mm is the type of gun that has the lead. You can carry the maximum bullets of 9mm on a level 3 backpack, apart from the other ones. So 9mm, the capacity in itself kind of increases. So it's a really good thing. Like, you can carry innumerable amount of bullets out there. Do you know 1200 is the total bullets that you can carry on a level 3 backpack for 9mm?
Oh, that
and
that
540
is
for 5.56. Like with decent amount of like 2-3 first aids and all those things and all. Otherwise the number goes to 600 something.
Oh, that is incredible. But I think after a certain point, it's just like you are being too greedy about the ammo.
so sometimes, all right, chat, just in the chat, if you have a funny incident about someone being greedy about the ammo, just let us know, because I knew one player who will be having like 300 400 bullets and or like 7-8 first aids, and if someone will ask him, like, bro, I just have 2, sorry, I can't. And once if he dies and we go to loot his crate.
Yeah, just like it happened with you once. When you died, I went to your crate. The guy had 4 different scopes. He had 2 on his guns. Apart from that, he had 4 different scopes.
See, there's this one thing. I like to give like 8x for the bolt action.
Yeah.
And 6 times, 2-3 times for the. So there's one thing. If 6 times scope, it has a different sensitivity. And if you just change the sensitivity.
Ocean, stop making excuses. You had 2 red dots.
You're on gold. Alright, so coming back to the game right now, DFUZeOXY is out here who is taking painkillers for himself. So 2 red dots, I use my AKM on no scope, and it just automatically picks up the red dot. I hate you right now. And coming back to the game of Novo Repnoi, we have Envy and Diffuse on our screens, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see which team has more scopes. I mean, which team has more kills out in this one, because the fights are happening. FTFxEsports goes down as TF Venom has taken that kill for themselves.
Yeah, FTF on the other side, just wreaking havoc on everyone else. But as you said, there were 3 teams in here on towards the Novo side. Envy and Aqua was there as well. But Aqua is right now on the other side towards the Novo Bridge area, so they are not going to come into these fights. But Diffuse and Envy, 2 of the really strong teams, 2 of the old guards that we were talking about, are going to go at it up against each other. And who is going to come out on top? I think the answer to that question, everyone is going to want that one. But on the other side, Aqua, they have rotated out of that location, and they are heading towards a different area for themselves right now. But we still have to see, because the circle, once again, it's in a pretty similar manner to the first game on Erangel, is split between the 2 islands. Like, not that heavy.
They dropped in Novo, and now they are moving to Rozhok for some reason. That is one of the longest rotations in the first circle that you can ever see for some reason.
And they just ran through Arkadians and NES, North Esports. So they have to be careful. They can be caught out in the rotation over there as well. And okay, so I think this is one of the things that Aqua do, because even in the first game they landed towards the northern Georgia Pole City where no one is, and I think this is sort of their strategy. They like to avoid fights as much as they can, even if it means rotating from Novo to Rozhok, and taking the risk of that rotation in a vehicle as well. So they are trying to be as safe as they can, and I think they will start picking up the fights after around the third circle, or once they are done looting in Rozhok. But for now, Deadshot, did he spotted a couple of players from the side of Defuse? And I think yes, he did, still using the third person perspective to actually know the exact location of the other two players. So once you have the information as to where all the four players from an entire squad are, he is gonna try and engage in with his team. But Defuse still being a little passive. They are not moving at all as to not give away any cues to any of the players from the side of Envy. And Honey, he is just proning on the ground. Psych is out in the open with that Scar in his hand, proned down on the floor, moving towards the compound that Defuse is hiding in. And this can either be a genius move, or it can be the move that causes the demise of the side of Envy. Because look at this, the three players from the side of Envy are split up in three different directions. If one of them gets knocked out, the rotation for the revive, the rotation for the cover up, it's going to be close to impossible to make unless one of the players can actually pull off a massive clutch and drop down two players. But Psych is going to start this party, as Sahir is going to be the first man to get taken out, and Honey, he is going to step out, but he's going to take a couple to his face with that barrel, and he's going to be taken down by Psych. Psych did not take a single unit of damage in those engagements. Wow!
And he is moving for the other players right now, as we are going to be talking about. An Insane is in a bad situation as two more players were taking damage on, giving damage on Envy Psych right now, and he is the reason that they just won this fight. He has 3 kills for himself. Envy is back in the game with one game that they just fell short of. Now they just want to capitalize it as soon as they can, and they have 4 kills. That was just, you know, a pure talent that just came out in that fight.
Yeah, that was pure talent. I mean, engaging with two players. Okay, the first one did not know his location, so he had an advantage in that one. But the second one, when Honey came in towards him, Honey knew exactly where he was, and Psyxel somehow managed to take out the fight without taking any damage. Talking about taking people out, M249 is going to help you do that. The extended quick draw for the snipers is going to be there in this first airdrop as well, along with the level 3 vest, the helmet, and the backpack. So pretty good backpack, a pretty good airdrop coming in. The backpack is always good. But talking about things, TUF rotating in from the hospital side, another split coming in from this team. It is Venom who has been left behind, while all the other players have moved towards the Gatka area, and that is going to be an easy rotation as well, as F2D is the only squad that is present in these compounds. Apart from there, it is all clear all the way to the Pochinki location. PES, they are in the middle of Pochinki Ferry Pier area, so those interactions are going to be safe for the later stages as well. And another thing, 2x, they are still sticking towards the Ferry Pier area. RNG is closing in from the Quarry area, so that engagement can happen at any given point.
Yeah, I mean, engagements, I mean, it just matters like where the engagements are going to go and how it is going to just change everything, as 30 more seconds and the second circle is going to be starting as anytime soon. And Tala has a 6 times for his M4, and he also has an M24. That's going to be an interesting one. Aqua, exactly the thing. They just went to Rozhok from Novo Repnoy doing an early rotation. That was a quite quick judgment of a longer rotation. They just traveled a lot out in this one. We'll have to see that how much their total distance actually becomes at the end of the day. But then for now, as you can see, the second circle has started kicking in, and along the side of Pochinki is HFD. So, I mean, where is Arkadians right now, as you can see?
They're sticking towards the northern side of the Pochinki.
And they are out there, and these players are out there, and they might stay in here for a while as no fights are happening. And PES is out in the quite open-ish area, and Fyme is out there on the airdrop. They might be looting the airdrop that's just right out there on the Potato Hill area. So all the players, they have some location, some area situated for them. So Pochinki kind of has almost 3 teams out there with PES, if you want to count PES in as well. And Fyme, they've had an airdrop loot. As you can see, Fyme Khan is a level 3 helmet, level 3 vest out there for himself. But then which gun do they have right now? I think there was just one airdrop, so they'll be having. It'll be good. But then look at that. From the northern side, FTF has to travel that blue zone distance right now.
Yeah, it is going to be tricky for them as well. As Aqua, we did talk about them earlier. They are situated towards the Rozhok area, and FTF coming in is going to be tricky because once the rotation is in towards this circle, the blue zone is coming in as well. You have to immediately move to the next one. Envy, they have made their way towards the main island as well, and now the military base island is all empty. So once again, we are going to wait for the blue zone to come in and see where the next one is going to be. The shift is not that big. Puchinki, the airdrop coming in, is going to attract a lot of players. But one thing as well, Aqua Hamza is going to catch the players from the side of FTF off guard, and Rams is going to be the first one to go down. Quite unfortunate. The DPA action from Hamza, dishing out a lot of damage. But Charlie comes in, and the TeamvfxOXY, can he protect his teammate? Can the revive come in, or is Rams going to go down? The revive is definitely going to come in, but the car was close to being blown up. FTFxEsports, 2 players already being taken out in an early engagement. Just 2 players remaining, and Charlie tries to take the fight, but Rams is quite low. The knockdown did happen, but can the heal come in on time? And it is not, as Faddy just shoots Charlie, and Faddy just shoots Rams, and FTF take an exit on the 15th position. Aqua, once again, on the Rozhok location, they have to move to the southern area, and talking about the shift in the circle, it is pretty big.
Yeah, obviously that is like one of the things that just happened out there. 2x Sergeant obviously trying to take the players out from NES's side as Emma needs a revive right now. 2x Sergeant is just changing his location right now, trying to be on his toes as much as he can, because that will be needed. 20 more seconds, ladies and gentlemen. The third circle will kick in, and after that the damage is going to be a good one. 13 minutes into the game right now, and the damage will be, it'll like, you know, change everything for the game. And look at this, the grenade being cooked up, and Moth can actually go down with this grenade if it hits in the right spot out there. And Saiga has been taken down as well. That's going to be something. 2x Virus was trying to spot the players and pop some heads out, but still it's not going to happen much more out in that one. We'll have to see what happens as PES is joining up the party. As you can see on the upper edge, the upper hill area, that's where PES is right now. And Virus goes down, as we were just talking, as NESM. He just stepped up the game. He was revived, and now his guns are doing an incredible job. PES is taking a fight with DFUZeOXY as they take them down, and they obviously, you know, BladeOXY has been taken down, so that means 2 players from VFX have been taken down. Fyme is trying to spot the players. If they do, obviously they'll be looking forward to a fight of themselves, and obviously would like to have their eyes on a chicken dinner this time, because Fyme is a team that we know and love. Yeah. But then it's they're just you know, it's just one thing that they are not doing, and that is gonna be a chicken. And PES on the other hand, they are looking incredibly good right now, as VFX is short of 3 people, and just as I said that, the team gets eliminated. But I don't think so the fight is stopping, as now FS is going to be looking in forward to take a fight with PES. Can they take the fight? That will be a question out there, as this now is back to square one for the teams.
Yeah, this is going to be back to square one. PES, all the players have healed up, and FS Freestyle coming in from that chicken dinner momentum from that last game are going to be pretty confident in this one as well. But can they win against a team that's in the second position right now? Portal eSports, they will look to acquire the first position for themselves before the end of today. On the other side, Aqua Fandy is going to be taken out. He's going to be finished off by F2D's player, Mafia. But Wolverine takes a lot of damage, drops down to 40% health, did not catch a single player of the side of FS. Baba is still quite strong with his M4 in his hand. On the other side, Aqua, they are going to be in trouble. 2 players from the side of F2D, they have been taken down. The nade being thrown by Hamza. Is it going to be able to kill off those 2 players from the side of F2D, or are they still going to survive? But now he catches the other players in rotation, and F2D, they are just going to run out of here, disengaging from this fight. Umair, he is going to be knocked down by the blue zone, but Envy on the other side, they are going to be in trouble as well. But Hamza still in this fight, quite strong, still standing. The 2 players from the side of Aqua against the 3 players from the side of F2D. Who is going to come out on top in that 2 versus 3 situation?
Yeah, and on the other side, NESM is wreaking havoc with the Scar 98 for now. The fight that was happening around the Pochinki's backside area. But then talking about the things, about the places, the teams will have to move on to the next place. And this was a really good thing. See, they know they are outside the circle. They just go in, they're prioritizing the circle first, and that is how the fight should be. You need to prioritize your zones first, because you know it's a 4th circle, and just after 10 seconds it will be the 5th circle. You need to be there. NES still taking fight with FS on that area of Pochinki, and they are still trying to drop the players. Malik goes down, and 2x Wires also goes down as FS is taking fights with them right now. FS Bauer takes on 2x Alian. FS Black has been taken down by 2x's Moth, and Moth has finished that guy out there. Futruch has also been taken down by 2x Sajid. So 2x and FS still in their fights right now. Baba is the lone survivor. Can he just clutch it out for his team right now? He needs this, and after that they will be inside the circle for a while, but then for how long will be the question, because after that the teams are coming. You can see NES is moving in forward from that area. This is the exact circle that we saw in Bablu's fight out there, where Bablu actually had a chicken, and Baba has spotted some players, makes a mistake of shooting and should not have done that out in that scenario, that situation, as players are moving in forward. He sees the players, but from behind will be taken down. NES is ready to fight right now, as NES is trying to take up the contest against the other team that is out there. That is going to be 2x, and F2D will also be moving in forward. Emma takes down HFD Kronos. That guy is doing incredibly wonders with his car 98.
Yeah, he is doing wonders, but the finishes need to come in as well. And PES, they are going to go up against Envy, as Psych is going to get a knock on Vegeta. Nocto is still standing, but can you get a finish on these players hiding in the smoke? Nocto, can you take this one? Can you clutch this one for your team, as this is going to be pretty important? Nocto gets one. Psych has been knocked down. He gets another one, and but Nocto is going to be taken down now, and PES Wolverine, he is coming in from the back. So Envy, I don't think they are going to be expecting this one. The players are quite low. Absol, he is still standing quite strong, and Khan, he is slowly and steadily bleeding out. But Wolverine, what is he going to decide to do? Is he going to take this fight? And yes, he will, with that DP in his hand. Gets one knock for himself. Absol is still there. Absol is still quite healthy, but he has his teammate Psych on the other side. He needs to heal up to take this one and win this fight. Okay, so this was a situation. PES on top of this hill was where they were fighting FS, and then FS actually tried to disengage from that fight, charged downhill, but they did not realize that there were already two teams in those sheds, NortheSports and 2x. That got them in a lot of trouble. So now PES, they need to be careful as well as to where they go in from here. Do not want to make the mistake of rushing in into compounds blind without any information.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. It's just an information that matters out there. PES Khan also has been taken down, and it's down to just one player with a DP in his hands. Can he take the fight? Because he is just sitting out there. He wants to stay snake out there. He wants to just stay passive. If that's all it takes. 40 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen, for the next circle to come in. 20 minutes about to be into the game. 30 more seconds out there for the circle to actually come in. Emma with his car 98 still trying to spot the players, because this guy, he has been incredible. He does not have a kill right now, but the kill feed has danced because of his car 98 2 or 3 times out there. Portal Esports with one final player remaining. 20 more seconds for them to be inside the game as well. 2x Mod goes down as Emma's car 98 just comes in. Whenever we talk about Emma, we have to talk about his car 98. And yes, Snow goes down as Tala with his M24 wants to show the competition out in the snipers department. Energy drink being drunk by him, and it's gonna be 3 to 1 second. After this, the circle is gonna make a massive shift. Envy is moving in forward. That can just give time for Portal Esports to dive in their fight as well. Team Envy is still outside the circle right now, but they will get in no time soon. Now Portal Esports is outside the circle, and you can see Arkadians Ash, he has spotted one of the players, and that is going to be something. TVF was outside the circle. Now they are in the circle right now, but TVF, they have lost one player and are down with 3 players. Now they're down with 2 players right now. FTD also loses one of the players right now. As FTD's players, you can see they were 4, they were 3. They are 3 right now. One needs a revival, and HFD's Murtaza is gonna bite the dust slowly and slowly. As FTD's 47 is doing crucial damage out there on him, and he will be getting the kill right now. Portal Esports still surviving, still managing to be in that fighting scenario. And on the other hand, NES and 2x, they are in a head-to-head collision, not in a proper collision, but still right next to each other. And PES gets eliminated as NortheSports just go for the fight.
Yeah, they get 1 kill for themselves, but now it is still a standstill that is coming for them. TeamvfxOXY is still in those compounds right next to them, and they are focusing on different teams. As TUF, they charge in on Fyme, who are hiding in that sniper hut, but TUF, they are going to be wiped out in that situation. Fyme is stuck in a corner. NV the man has been spotted out. His teammates are coming in towards the direction, but more from the side of TeamvfxOXY. The single shots coming in from that M4, not going to do much as long as Absaw stays in cover. And I think the information has been relayed to his teammates as well as to you need to be careful if you come in over here. There are teams present in those barns. So that is going to be pretty important because you do not want to go out just like FS did earlier.
Yeah.
FS, they made the same mistake. They charged in towards the barns without even realizing how many teams were there. They got killed off in an instant, and avoiding that is going to be pretty important for these teams now. As once again, as you said, as when we started, this was sort of similar to the circle that we had in the first game of group stages when Bubble was playing. And now the circle once again makes a shift down the center, and it is going to be in open. But in the meanwhile, HFD take an exit from this game. Abs are still out in the open, and Arkadians, they are going in on the players from the side of Aqua. NES Snow out in the open, the spray. But did it connect with some players? And I think it did. A lot of damage was being given, but Absa is gonna get the finish on 2x Virus with that M249 in his hand.
The guy has the demon gun, if you will say it like that, because that gun is gonna do a lot of damage, and we'll see how far does it take NV Absa, because you know that guy loves to be in the top 10 kill leaderboards. So we'll have to see if that actually happens. Meanwhile, if you see, 2x Sajid is on the upper edge, and Hammer and Sensei are just right below him. Now, will they contest for a fight, or will they just go away? I think going away is their answer right now, as Hammer and Maxi moving in. M249 was there, but then they have been taken down out there, as that M249 is not going to do much. And now a new player just might pick up that God gun, or if anything, now they'll be going out there. Absha has been finished, and Arkadians is taking down one player, and Sajid now he has a full area for himself to play with. The circle is not on him, but he does not worry about it. He would like to just move in, just charge in, and just take all the fights that he can, because he has to be in the circle. That is more important. If he moves backward, you saw what he saw. That was the circle out there. 7 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. 19 players are alive. Which teams are going to be at the end of the day standing on the first position? The chicken in this match is going to be a big question. Arkadians, they started the game from Pochinki. They are still out in that area. So far, so good.
Yes, so far so good, but who is going to take the crown in this game? That is definitely going to be a question. Look at this. If you look at the kill feed, Envy, they are still going pretty aggressive, but 2 players down, just 1 player left. Psych is still standing quite strong, surrounded by all these teams in front of him. Can he take this one? Can he survive in this situation? I think that is going to be pretty hard, but another team that is losing a lot of players so fast. 2x Sajid is going to be taken down by the play zone, by the blue zone, and 2xOFFICIAL take an exit from the game, down to top 6 teams in an instant. Fyme is going to be in trouble as Khan has been taken down. Motu and Sneak, they are still standing, but you need to go out in the open to revive your teammate, which is going to be quite tricky. But he catches a few of the players of H2E off guard, and that pixel spray connecting is going to result in H2E being eliminated.
5 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. 13 players alive out there. You can see the winner chicken in the forecast on the screen. And Team Aqua also bites the dust. And now it is 4 teams remaining. Arkadians, NortheSports, Fyme, and Team Envy. Can Envy end their day on the best note that it can actually have? 1 player for Envy, but still no fight is lost. Fyme Khan goes down, and Salah just goes on a rampage. Like that guy and Emma from NES. Both the bold action guys are doing an impressive, incredible job out there for themselves. NES Max, NES Sensei, NES Emma, NES Snow, they have to move in. Fyme with their players in that compound, in that shack, in that sniper lighthouse or whatever you call it. They are still out there. They are still trying to stay safe as much as they can. And Fyme Sneak is trying to do some damage. And Fyme is the team that is kind of in the center area for them. But then the major factor, the major thing is gonna be that what next is gonna be out there for the teams, because the circle might stay there, circle might shift from there. So that's gonna be one thing. NVPsych, the lone survivor for the team, trying to throw the grenades, trying to take out the information for himself if he can, but still is kind of failing. NVPsych takes down one player. NES, no, that solo person is still surviving, still fighting. Psych is gonna finish one player. Incredible gameplay coming in from NVPsych right now. NVPsych gets down as he was trying to go for the other teams, but then obviously there were more players that are shooting at him, and that is going to be the end of NV out there. 3 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. Fyme, Arkadians and NortheSports. Will this be Fyme's game? Because they desperately need this one for themselves. It's going to be a 4v3v3 situation. Fyme is on a rampage right now. Fyme is looking more than impressive as of now. Arkadians, Fazan has a Groza. Will he be able to take out the damage as Fazan is on 1 HP right now? Still is moving forward. He is 1 HP. Can he just take up a fight or anything is going to be like one of the things. No, but out here, NES Maxi with that M249. It's M249 versus Groza. All amazing guns coming in the last circle to take up a fight with each other. 9 players still surviving. It's gonna be a chance for the teams to actually make it out for themselves. NortheSports with the less number of people remaining. And there's a spot player. Will they or will they not take him down? Fazan, the car just blasts out there, takes down both the players, and Fazan just goes down with his own thing. And Maxi can just capitalize and take that kill if they want to. But he is moving into the safer area for now.
Yeah, but Arkadians, their one player, Ash, with the flank that he has, can actually surprise the players from the side of NortheSports a lot. And Fyme is going to take down NES NortheSports a mare, and that is going to spell trouble as Tala, who was charging in towards this watchtower, is going to be taken down as well. 2 versus 1 situation. Ash and Leon from the side of Arkadians versus Motu and Khan. Motu is going down. I think he is going to get the finishes on the kills for the players from the side of Arkadians. But on the other side, Ash with that M4 in his hands is still spotting the window, and I think Khan was spotted out, but the shots were not fired, and now Khan is going to be taken down as Ash finally presses the trigger. Fyme, they are going to be in trouble. Arkadians, Leon charges in. Leon was taken down, and now Ash is the only man left standing. Arkadians, they had the man advantage in their favor, and now the situation is just a 1 versus 1 as Ash is going to confirm the kill. Fazan is going to get killed off. Tala and Leon still bleeding out slowly.
1 versus 2 situation coming out here as Modu and Sneak are surviving for the team right now. But then which player, which team is going to have a chicken dinner, because it all can change in an instant right out there. Fyme Modu takes up and confirms the kill. The odds are in the favor of Fyme right now. Modu has spotted one more player, and I think Arkadians Ash is going to go down out in that one. So it is NortheSports' Maxi, the guy that has M249, versus 2 players from Fyme. What's going to happen? He has 64 bullets, has not reloaded right now, but these 2 players versus that 1 player with the god gun out there, the devil's gun, if you may. M249, will he be using it? Fyme Sneak, Fyme Motu, 2 players both have AKM versus M249 for NES Maxi. So 7.62 versus 5.56, 80 bullets versus 64. Say no more. It's the end out there as Fyme actually takes this one.
Yeah, Fyme finally getting a chicken dinner, and look at this. They have a lot of kills on themselves. There's a 16 kill game coming in on this one. That is just going to boost the team to a whole different level, and this is what their fans wanted for a long time. For this team to get a chicken dinner, and what you want is what you are going to get in the last game of the day.
I mean, obviously, so big names are actually stepping up in this one as well. Like Envy had it for themselves, Portal had it for themselves, and now Fyme actually has it for themselves as well. FS also has it for themselves. So these were the 4 teams that just won. But then talking about the MVP, 16 kills were for the team, but 50% of the task was done by Fyme Motu out there. 1086 damage for this guy, 27 minutes, almost survival, and 7 kilometers of distance that was traveled by this one guy. And obviously he was 2 times he was in the domination area. One time it was grenade kills, and the other time it was like the domination 3 kills that they get. So this guy has actually proved his worth for the team.
Yeah, he has proved his worth with the 50% kill contribution coming in, and Fyme from that Milter rotation all the way towards the Pochinki area. That is pretty incredible, because we did see a lot of teams in those locations as well, and but major fights did happen towards the ending stages once again. And Arkadians, man advantage in their favor. The spread was there as well, from where they could have actually taken out NortheSports first and then gone in on Fyme, because Fyme did had a good cover for themselves with the watchtower in their control. And talking about the watchtower, Faison got in there. He charged in, was dropped down to like 5 health on him.
1 HP or something.
But he was really low, but he still got in. He healed up, he was quite healthy. But then just the mistake of shooting blindly in the smoke, and the shots connected on the car, and I think both the players were shooting it. So but let's have a look at the top 5 players from this game and see how they did and who they are. Fyme Moto is going to be the first one with 8 kills, 1086 damage. Second position being taken by NVPsych, 5 kills, 703 damage. Third position, it's going to be Fyme Sneak with 5 kills, 570 damage. Fourth position, Arkadians Ash with 3 kills, 750 damage. And look at this, NortheSports Amir on the 5th position, just 2 kills, but 1247 damage.
Because this guy was doing wonders with his car 98. I mean, he could not. His shots were mostly headshots, and that was an incredible thing. But headshots count once you kill them. Before that, they're not gonna count. So that was just one of the things. But so far now, I mean, this guy was doing incredible things with the K9 in his hands. But then Moto was out there. So he had more damage than the MVP for himself.
Yeah, he had more damage than the MVP, but the kills were not even close. So once again, you have to wonder, if you are dishing out that amount of damage and even your team is sitting at like 6 kills in total, where are the rest of them going?
Probably getting revived or something out there.
Either getting revived or being stolen or something. Yeah, but once again, brings us to the conversation. Finishing your kills has to become a priority now, because kill points can actually help you earn a lot of points in return. But with that, let's have a look at the standings for this game and see how the other teams did and how many points did everyone get. Because Fyme sitting on 36 points in total on the first position. NortheSports 20 points in total on the second. Team Envy on the third with 17 points. Arkadians, they had the exit on the third position but did not have enough kills. 15 points for them on the fourth. Team Aqua is going to be fifth with 9 points. PMCO on the sixth with 8 points. H2E on the seventh with 8 points. FTFxEsports on the 8th with 7 points. Team H2E is on the 7th with 8 points. So a slight mix up.
That change that just is happening out there. But then moving on from 9 to 16, if we have to talk about Portal Esports, they had an early exit in this one. And they were on the 9th team. TUF on the 10th. Freestyle, the winners of the previous game, had an early exit. FTFxEsports, previous game was quite good for them, but right now they are out here on the 12th. HFT was out there on the 13th. RNG, another big name, is out there on the 14th. DFUZeOXY, another big name, on the 15th. And DFUZeOfficial was the first team to get eliminated. So quite a bit amount of setbacks and all those things that just happened. But then I would want to see that if we talk about the overall standings, I would want to see like what is going to be the top 3, because now 4 teams have had chicken dinners and they were still quite close to them or each other or something. But then 16 kill gameplay with a chicken dinner, it can just give you a slight boost. If not a big boost, it's gonna give you a boost. But then where will it keep you in the overall standings?
Exactly. Where will it keep you? Because the games that you played in the starting of the day, they weren't so great. They were like middle of the table performances. But after this chicken dinner, where is Fyme gonna be? Are they gonna make their way into the top 4, or are they still gonna be in just the top 8 barely? But we will have to see that as we just have a look on the overall standings right now and see who is leading the charts. Still Envy on the first position, and the gap has just grown even further.
Yeah, I mean the gap is there. Portal Esports is out there on the second, 53 for them. But then it's just a matter of time with 4 points difference as where Fyme is right now on the third, and after that it's a 5-point difference as Freestyle is going to be on the fourth. And same, look at this. 3 kills difference is where H2E is 17 for Freestyle and 14 for them, but then equal amount of points, 44 for both of them. So that's like one of the things on 4th and 5th, as H2E Esports is on 5th. And then 41-41 for North and Arkadians. They are also kind of at the similar level out there. 27-30, 27-30, the 4th and 5th and 6th and 7th. That's like one of the things. And after that, it's TUF with 38 on 24 placement points, and they are at the 8th position right now. And after that, it's 33 for RNG on the 9th, VFXOXY on the 10th with 31, HFD on the 11th with 26, Team Aqua on the 12th with 20, DFUZeOfficial on the 13th with 19, F2D is out there on the 14th with 18, FTFxEsports is on the 15th with 16, and Diffuse is on 16th position with the 11th placement. For now, if anything, we have had some days in which the teams at the bottom table did not even have kills or something. Now each and every team kind of has kills for them, so they have that fighting power. They know how much it kind of means for them to stay in top 16.
Definitely, they know what it means to stay in the top 16. But now, let's have a look at the kill leaders and see how many kills are there for the taking. Fyme Moto is going to take the first position from Deadshot now. 13 kills, 2,130 damage just from that last game. 8 kills coming in for the guy. And NV Deadshot is going to be moved to second. 3 kills, 2,035 damage. Psych from NV is going to be third. 12 kills, 1,579 damage. Freestyles Baba is going to be fourth with 11 kills, 1,554 damage. And RNG Hamzo is going to be on the fifth with 10 kills, 1,040 damage. And once again, amazing performances, but a major chunk on Motu is from that one game that he played on Erangel. But moving on to the next set of 5, PES Khan is going to be on the 6th with 9 kills, TUF Venom on the 7th with 9 kills as well, H2E Dread on the 8th with 7 kills, NortheSports Sensi on the 9th with 6 kills, and Portal Esports Vegeta is going to be on the 10th with 6 kills as well. So once again, what I was about to say earlier was that today teams from Group A and B have played 4 games. Tomorrow, Group B will be sitting at 8 games by the time we end the day. And Group C will be at 4. So, A and C, sorry. So, tomorrow is going to be A and C. So, A is going to be sitting at 8 and C is going to be sitting at 4. But can you actually maintain the lead, or are the teams from Group C going to take it over? Because it's going to be Bablu coming in. It's going to be Imperial GG coming in. It's going to be Hellraisers is going to be there. So, Bablu and Hellraiser, sorry. Bablu and Hellraiser, 2 of the most aggressive teams that we saw during the group stages. So you have to be careful when you're playing tomorrow's games as well. But now the top damage dealers on our screens. Fyme Moto is going to be leading the charge, 2,130 damage. Envy's Deadshot on the second position, 2,035 damage. Psych from Envy as well is going to be on the third with 1,579 damage. And Freestyles Baba on the fourth, 1,554 damage. The last spot on the fifth position, it's going to be NortheSports Amer with 1,544 damage.
Yeah, that was the damage stats out there, the top damage dealers, and exactly the thing that I was saying. Like tomorrow, Group A versus C will be happening. The new teams will be like we know those teams, but we know the names out there. But then they'll be coming up with a new spirit that they want to win it and all those things. And maybe, just maybe, still hoping for it. Maybe Team Bablu has back-to-back 4 seconds. Still, everyone is hoping for it, and the gameplay obviously has been extraordinary. And I, for one, as a caster, still as an analyst, I'm a fan of the way they just go in and they just charge and all those things.
Yeah, they just go in and charge in, and like from the games today, I think Envy was trying to do the same thing. They were playing an aggressive playstyle today, but when Bablu comes in, what is going to happen? How much things are going to change? Or is Hellraiser, the team that was contesting Bablu every single time, are they going to step up and take the crown from them? But that is going to happen tomorrow. We are signing off for today. You guys take care. Good night.